Heads up, contractors. This fall, we've got a special deal to help you improve efficiency and rake in more revenue. ServiceTitan, the #1 software for the trades, is here to help simplify your operations and drive profitability. This October, when you get started with ServiceTitan, we'll set you up with 2 free months of service and a $1,000 gift card. Don't miss out. This limited time offer ends October 31st. Visit ServiceTitan.com today to schedule a demo. That's ServiceTitan.com.
This is the sound of Jack, buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Oh, ouch. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
RC Hill Mitsubishi knows it's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down in DeLand, and Ocala.
The rest of Central Florida is scary.
Look into my eyes. You will put thousands down.
Hold it right there, mister.
Seriously? I'm closing a deal here.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down.
Thank you, officer. That guy is creepy.
Yes, ma'am. Now let's get you to RC Hill Mitsubishi.
RC takes any trade, even if you're still out thousands.
Any trade and dime down? That's just batty.
Thousands more for your trade. All you need is a job and a dime.
Acres of pre-owned plus new Mitsubishis with 0% financing for 60 months.
New Outlander SUVs have all the toys and your engine's covered for life.
It truly is a crime to pay more than a dime.
RC Hill Mitsubishi.
In DeLand, just 2 miles off I-4.
DeLand and Ocala.
RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
Dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
Orlando's premier comedy club and restaurant is the Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Earthquake on October 24th and 25th, Hocus Pocus Drag Brunch October 26th, Alexander Nesbelin in Russian on October 26th. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and bar available, as well as parking discounts for all guests. Follow us on all social media platforms and get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com. We'll see you at the show.
The accident wasn't your fault, so why should you be burdened with the medical bills? This is Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get overwhelmed by mounting medical bills. I'll fight to ensure that the responsible party pays what you're owed. Injured on the go? Don't wait. Visit justcallmo.com.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, come Nickley.
Worried about buying or selling your home? Don't be. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty does real estate differently, with buying and selling solutions faster than you could say. More tape? Nationally ranked and locally loved, TNG sells homes 2 times faster for an average of over 20,000 more. Check out the Nickley Group's over 3,000 5-star reviews. Get a guaranteed cash offer for your home today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication on your accounts, report phishing, and update your software on all your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms to apply.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The new News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, October 20th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From the Louvre Museum in Paris was robbed to feds find a hunting stand pointed at Air Force One, and a massive internet meltdown crashed your favorite website, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Sabrina is out. Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
Josh is with us.
Hello.
And so are you. You can join us today. Send us a dispatch on the show. Record your video or audio dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie.
All right, the News Junkie.
/the News Junkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good.
Great.
How are you?
I got swallowed something. What was that? I don't know what that was. Okay.
You need the pit crew to come in and re-Celsius you up, give you some more Flonase.
You know, could you mind your own business in the morning? Could you? You know, just because there's like video and audio connections between all the studios, it doesn't mean you need to watch when I have my pit crew stuff going on. Because Courtney will come to the door of the studio and she'll be holding a Celsius and she'll go, "Can I offer you a?" And I say yes.
Josh, I don't see Courtney. I just see a hand with a Celsius can, and it's literally like you would do when a NASCAR pulls into the pit section and everybody's got a job. I keep expecting like another hand to come out with the Flonase.
But it's like a NASCAR for babies, because when I take a sip too big, she'll be like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" You know, you're gonna ruin your day, Sean. You're going to get too hopped up on goofballs and you won't be able to do the show. Little did she know, I don't even need the goofballs. I just choke on air. I absolutely do it. I'm choking on air over here. Air. Yeah, I'm choking on air, and not many people can do that today. So you're in the right spot, friends. All right, let's see. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to the woods, everybody. Woo. That's right. 1.3 million views on this clip. And you watch it and you just go, some of us grew up this way and some of us definitely did not. And the best thing I could compare it to is like, what's...
That is called dueling banjos.
It's like dueling banjos mixed with bop or something. It's a kid's band in the middle of the woods, and one of the kids... He plays like tap shoes, you know, he's like dancing along with them.
Damn right, pal.
It's a whole different world. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, yeah. You got a dog out there?
That's good living.
First of all, I'm impressed. Okay, yeah. I know. I've played the banjo before. It's not an easy thing. It's not like the guitar is fairly easy. A monkey could play a couple of chords like Green Day, but when you get the banjo, you're like picking and licking and sticking, and just a little bit different.
All the hickens.
Yeah. You're not choking on air if you're playing a banjo. You're really hammering it home. And these kids are pretty damn talented. But tell us, thumbs up or thumbs down? You like it or you hate it over on chat? Oh, yeah.
Who's petting the dog?
Wait for him. Little fiddle coming in.
Get it, buddy.
All right, C-Lane, you don't have enough kids to do this yet. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. If you had 4 or 5 of those little buggers, you could give them each a little instrument and throw a hound dog in the picture, and next thing you know, voila,
Country
money
Bear
is made.
Jamboree.
The human equivalent of Country Bear Jamboree. Yes, that's right. Little kid jamboree. There they are out in the woods. A very, very different life than many of you growing up. But the kids are talented. It's very good. I feel like good job, kids. You did it. All right.
I feel like the least talented kid is the one just kind of jumping on that plank of wood there. How dare you?
Disagree. You think you could do that?
Yes.
You think I get you some of them tap shoes?
No shot, buddy.
I want to see it.
First off, good luck finding size 16 tap shoes on Amazon right now.
Yeah, that's our big problem.
Second, you don't think I could jump? Like I could step to the beat?
I don't think you could jump around like a little finicky fox going like.
I still think that every kid behind him is exerting more talent. I don't know why he gets to be front and center. Pet the dog.
No.
You know why those other kids aren't petting dogs?
Why?
They're doing actual music.
You are wrong.
You are regular shoes or wide shoes? Because I found them.
Wide.
Okay.
How much?
They have wide tap shoes like that, Josh?
Size 16.
All right.
$48.
I'm willing to buy these just to show you that you have no shot in hell of being able to tap around like.
He's just going.
No, I'll go back. I'm going back.
Go back.
I'm going back. Leotard on this website.
A leotard?
Too. Yeah.
Josh, try not to be biased. Try not to be biased and watch this and tell me if you think C-Lane could pull this off. He's 6'1" million and a couple of pounds more than this kid. He thinks he could do this. Okay. There it is. Boom, top, boom, top, tick, top.
He's gliding.
All right, you're right. It's pretty simple.
He's going tap, slide.
But you still couldn't do it. You still couldn't pull this off, I don't think. He's in cowboy boots, this kid. What a world, man. That's where you wake up.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted at Josh trying to buy me a acoustic kid born between July and August.
All right. Well, here's what we have for you today. Do the math on that. Right
a
now.
Leotard.
Deep cut. That was a thinker. Yeah, you throw it out there.
It was a thinker because you stepped on it.
That was like a clue on the New York Times crossword puzzle.
The most offensive New York Times clue.
You'd chew on the end of your pencil for a second.
Leotard.
I knew it the whole time. It was leotard. Son of a bitch. The internet broke this morning once again, and I would explain to you why this works, but most people kind of don't understand how these things go. And I'm not trying to talk down to you. I just work with websites a lot. But to simplify, Amazon has a big service called AWS. All right. And Amazon Web Services is what AWS stands for. Now, if you own a big website, the likelihood that you use this AWS service to serve up photos, videos, graphics from your website is pretty big. So whenever there's a problem, and there has been at least like one every 6 months or so, maybe one big one every year, not only does Amazon go down, but most of the internet goes down. You're trying to go on your favorite app, you're trying to go on your favorite website, but because all of those websites rely on this Amazon Web Services or AWS, and that's down, everything's down. TV shows can be down, streaming can be down. In fact, the service that we use to stream on YouTube and Twitch was down until about 20 minutes before the show started. And we're like wondering if we have to do it a different way. We had no idea what we're going to do. And then all of a sudden, at the last moment, it came back up. And so here we are. But breaking overnight, the internet broke again.
Breaking overnight, many websites and apps are down right now after an outage with Amazon Web Services. This is having an impact on sites including Venmo, Duolingo, Canva, the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, and social media apps like Snapchat. At last check, the company says it's seeing, quote, increased error rates and delays with multiple AWS services. No timetable when everything will be back up and running again.
Well, it looks like most of it's back up, I think.
I haven't checked my Robinhood.
Yeah, it might still be down. Might still be down. Could be an opportunity for somebody to steal all of your monies on Robinhood. And you deserve it after thinking you could do that tap dancing move that little cowboy kid was doing. It's just unbelievable. Some of the services that were down as this happened: Disney Plus, Spectrum, Signal, Roku, IMDb, PlayStation Network, Capital One, Clash of Clans. Oh, my God. How can we deal with this? Reddit.com, FanDuel, Coinbase, Canva. I use a bunch of these things. AT&T, T-Mobile, the New York Times, Amazon Music. The list goes on and on.
I got in my Robinhood, but it loaded pretty slowly.
Do you know what the most brutal one was? I don't know if you guys have seen this morning. Delta, United, and the airlines, they use Amazon Web Services to serve stuff up, so they also were having problems with their website. But the
Thank
brutal
God I didn't
one,
try to order my McDonald's this morning.
you couldn't. The McDonald's app was down, yeah. The brutal one, C-Lane, and this will probably infuriate you knowing a little bit about coding and whatnot. Amazon users who have an Alexa device, a lot of these people apparently use it for an alarm to wake up because it's nice and loud.
Oh, no.
I don't know why, but all of their alarms were down this morning. Why that would require internet access, beyond me. Why anybody would program it so it required access to the internet for your alarm to go off in the morning just makes absolutely no sense in terms of like programming. But that's what happened. They said Alexa users had a hell of a morning with their alarms. And they said at around 3 a.m.
Why would
ET.
you use that versus just like your phone? I use my phone for all my alarms and my watch.
Some people say
because my watch taps me on the hand.
Some people say their phone doesn't get loud enough. It doesn't get loud enough to wake them up. But the Alexa with like full volume will shock you into existence. And the story says Alexa
people heard
users
of an alarm clock.
I agree, old school, or just why wouldn't they just redo this so it doesn't need an active internet connection?
It should be a locally, held setting.
It's stupid. It says on Monday a worldwide internet issue after 3 a.m., including Amazon's online storefront, Prime Video, yada yada yada, and it switched off alarms within the app. Here's some people who relied on this. At Amazon, what the actual F? First, my Alexa won't set my alarm, claiming it can't connect with the app or something. Tried restarting it and resetting it, and it wouldn't work. And now I need my alarm. My Alexa is the only thing loud enough to wake me. Then I tried to call customer service, and they told me, sorry, can't connect, having issues. I tried a few times just for the call to drop over and over. Alexa's down. I'm trying to set my alarm, somebody else says. These people are weak. They rely on this. And then some people were mad on the other side. Damn it, my Alexa worked. The alarm went off. Thanks for fixing it. Now I can't miss work. They got mad that they couldn't go the other way on this one. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. So if you're off to one of those kind of mornings, sorry for your situation.
I don't know if there's any way to quantify this, but if you were Amazon as a company and you have this big outage,
hello, I'm Amazon.
Wouldn't you want to fix your own websites first?
I would. Yeah, I would prioritize. Yeah. In all reality, they should prioritize the stuff that actually keeps this country running, like McDonald's, or for C-Lane this morning, Chick-fil-A, because he just randomly bragged that down the line. And
I
into my
thought I was
headphones.
talking to Josh. It's been happening all day to me.
So sitting in here, he's like, out of nowhere, no prompt, nobody said anything. And C-Lane goes, I had a Chick-fil-A burrito this morning. It was fantastic. I'm like, well, that does sound good.
But when you preface it with the fact that Josh had offered me a Chick-fil-A biscuit, he's like, I got this here. Do you want it? And I was saying, no, I had a burrito this morning, but I said it to the wrong person.
Mm-hmm. Can I say something, though?
What?
Can I say something here? Those Chick-fil-A biscuits are rubbish. They are so dry. Are they not? I mean, they are... God, if you woke up and your mouth you had a medical issue and just drool was pouring out of your mouth, it would be what the doctor would prescribe. They'd say, take a Chick-fil-A biscuit, put it into your mouth, all of it just gone in a second. It's unbelievable. But, well, you survived through that, too, I think.
I did, yes. Everybody's cool.
Yeah. Congratulations, everybody. Let's look at the box office this weekend and see how everybody did. And number one at the box office, Black Phone 2, and that brought in $26.5 million, followed by Tron Ares.
I didn't even see Black Phone 1.
$11 million. I saw Black Phone 1, but I didn't remember it that much.
Ethan Hawke. Did I watch Black Phone 1?
If you did, it didn't stick with you.
No.
Good Fortune was in at number 3, One Battle After Another, the Leonardo DiCaprio movie that nobody remembers the name of, and number 5, Roof Man at the box office.
Man.
What's crazy to me, I wonder why, to our Hispanic listeners today hanging out with us, 40% of the people who went to see Black Phone 2, the number one movie in the country, 40% of them were Hispanic. I think Hispanic people just really love scary movies. I think that they really like them more than, say, like, I don't think Asian people, to really generalize here, I don't think Asian people like it as much. I think, everybody likes these particular genres, but for something like this, they look at it and they're like, it was 40% Hispanic buying the tickets to see this movie. All right, real quick to get us kicked off here, a couple emails. Chris says, hello, Junkie Crew. I was listening to Friday's show and you asked if inmates got to keep their money if and when they get out of jail. Yes. Upon the expiration of their sentence, any money they have in their inmate trust will be paid out to them either by prepaid debt or a paper check mailed to the residence listed. Love the show, says Chris. Thank you. Talking about, I guess Luigi Mangione has like $40,000.
What happens when you're not released from jail?
What do you mean?
Death sentence?
Yeah.
Oh,
who gets the money?
Oh, that's a good question.
I also, somebody, when we talked about that last week, somebody I think texted in and said that there is a limit to how much you can spend each week when you're in prison. So, like, Luigi Mangione couldn't even really go through it all.
Oh, okay. Because, I mean, is it possible that you could buy, like, so much licorice you could weave together a rope to get? Are they worried about these kind of things?
I think they're more worried about furthering any sort of power dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
If you
or as a protest, if I just wanted to get so fat that it was unjailable, and if I make myself wider than the cell, you have to by default let me go. Kristen emails the show. Kristen says, my cousin has foreign accent syndrome. He speaks with a perfect Scottish, I think, accent, even blackout drunk. If I can get him to talk to you, do you want to interview him? It's fascinating.
Can we get him to do
him.
it blackout drunk?
That'd be real great. He's a musician and a microbiologist born in New Jersey, grew up in Vegas, and lives in Minnesota. Let me know, says Kristen. Yeah, I think so. If this is not some prank, yeah, we'd love to
just
talk
putting us
to
on the
this
phone
guy.
with a Scottish guy?
Yeah. Like, oh, this is really believable, sir. We've talked to somebody with that before. They got hit on the head with a pan or something, and the person we interviewed had an accent, and it was interesting. But yeah, well, I'm always up for talking to somebody with a different accent like that, foreign accent syndrome or not. So yeah, send them
How
our
long
way.
ago do you think we talked to that person?
Oh, 7 years. Trainer of dolphin.
Yeah, 2018,
right?
March 2018.
Oh, my brain's working today. My brain is working today.
Doesn't run on AWS.
No, it doesn't. And this is all good news.
But just a little bit of air could shut that thing down.
That's so true. It doesn't take much. The good news is we have to get into the robbery that happened this weekend. And it's the stuff movies are made of. There was a robbery. 4 people in broad daylight on Sunday morning robbed one of the most famous museums on planet Earth, the Louvre in central Paris. They robbed this museum and got away with priceless jewelry. And how they did this, what's going on, the manhunt for them, we're going to dive into it and get you all caught up. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash getting cleared up on Forest City Road at Maitland Boulevard on the major roadways. No surprises to worry about, just some familiar delays still.
Hello. How are we, everybody?
667-8477. From the traffic center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Your local Staples has
Hey.
deals and super low prices.
I hope you had a great weekend.
On everything for your business. And right now,
Hope all is well in your world.
$25 off your print order.
I'm having a bit of a problem with my little screen, as some of you have noticed on chat.
Even more with the easy rewards
Don't worry,
Staples.
I'll reboot it over the. I'll reboot it after the show, I guess. I was gonna say over the break, but no, we're not going to a break just yet. Hello, everybody. Hi, Bootsy. Hi, Charles. Hi, Kevin. Hope you can hear me loud and clear.
Is it cold, allergies, or could it be a sinus issue? Aspire Allergy and Sinus.
Kind of excited to start a project with Austin to redo all of the lighting in the studio for next year. Aluminum trusses, softbox lighting, and it'll bring all of this to life. It'll make this look better. It'll make everything look better. So I'm excited for that. 2026, baby. That's what I meant.
It's the thrill of a win. Back then,
Charles says AWS is down. I think it's mostly back up. Do I look darker than I generally do right here?
it's about seeing that weight lift, helping folks walk out.
Because this corner seems so dark.
Yeah, we're built for that.
Call Farah and Farah, Orlando. Your ticket to big savings is that big blue envelope in your mail.
Venusian Goddess says, title of the show today, really? Least talked about news today, news junkies? What are you talking about? The robbery in Paris at the Louvre is one of the top stories in the world right now. Venusian Goddess, what do you want to talk about? Let me guess. Okay, let's do a little vote. And we'll stick to this, all right? You're in charge. Little vote, chat. Who wants to talk about the Louvre robbery in Paris? And who wants to talk about the No Kings protest? Go ahead. Who wants to talk about the Louvre robbery? And who wants to talk about the No Kings protest, aka politics?
Tickets as low as $29.99. Visit aquaticorlando.com. Hurry, offer ends soon. Tax service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
I gotta hijack a light. I will. I'll get one during the show today.
You know the biggest hassle with selling your home with the Nickley Group?
The Louvre, Paris, no politics, robbery, the Louvre.
Your old home won't be on the market.
Kind of over both, but robbing that museum is wild. What was your weekend like? Endless stories about the Louvre robbery? It just happened yesterday. How did you already get over both?
Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today at thenicklygroup.com.
Sports? Mona Lisa saw the whole thing. I'd like a little bit of both. The Louvre, if politics got condensed into one day or one segment per day, I'd be excited. We deserve a break between presidential and midterm elections. I thought about this a bit this weekend. Hang on one sec. I'll try to make this as concise as I can to give you an idea of my thoughts. I was thinking about this a lot this weekend, and my conclusion is that we are at a stalemate that I don't see ending anytime soon. We have people in entirely different worlds. We have people so angry, wanting other people dead that disagree with them. We have all of this like strife and like bad stuff in the political world. I see person after person melting down on social media over these kind of news things. And when that's happening, I don't think there's a lot I can fix personally. So when I can't like fix something, or I'm not talking about something for a reason, I would rather have fun. I would rather explore interesting stories that don't have anything to do with politics. Sometimes you talk about them, like, here and there, but I'd rather the majority of the stuff not be about that. Because if I've got, 10, 15% on this side, 10, 15% on this side, and they're just inconsolable about what's going on, I can't fix it. I can't fix that. But what I can do is offer a distraction, have some fun, talk about some other stuff. Well, I mean, No Kings was one of the biggest protests in history, but fuck it, let's just gloss over it. It's not really that newsworthy. There was a protest this weekend. It was mostly safe and secure and without any violence. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go with that? Here's what they said at this protest, and here's what they said at this protest, and here's a protester who was like extreme and saying we should kill the ICE people, and why are we going to do that? I want to talk about a robbery, baby. I want to talk about a robbery.
Open your free iHeart app and
everything as we do, but one thing at a time. Here we go.
Your free iHeart app and search The Peacemaker and start listening.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the news.
There's a lot to talk about, as always, in the world of all things viral. Learn more about this show. Go over to the website. Not taken down in the big internet crash today. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Okay.
Only because you just switched off of AWS.
I was going to say.
Doesn't matter. Still not broken. Thenewsjunkie.com still
just
rocking
at
and
the
rolling.
perfect time.
Yeah, it was in the nick of time. It would have taken down a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff over time. Some of these folks in chat that are like the mega political people want to talk about the protest and all that stuff. It's like, for what? For what? Let's have a little fun, for God's sake. I want to talk about, and we'll talk about everything as we do today. But honestly, what is there to say? It's kind of boring. It's like, okay, there were protests that were mostly peaceful and orderly, and people went out there and did their thing, and that's great. What you want to do 4 hours on that? It sounds a little boring to me, but
Sean wants
an email.
violent protest.
Yeah, write an email. Well,
and
that
kings.
would be, if I'm honest with you, that would be more interesting to talk about. That would be more, worth spending a bunch of time on. Is like, hey, people exercise their right to go out and protest. It took to the streets. In some cities, they had a big turnout. In a lot of cities, they had smaller turnouts. It was mostly boomers. I don't know why, but they don't have the young people very engaged in a lot of this stuff. But there's not a lot other than that really to go into. If you have a comment on it, send a dispatch. I'll always respond to your dispatches if they're interesting. In the meanwhile, let's talk about the story that I thought was most interesting over this weekend. And that is, in broad daylight, the biggest, one of the most famous, maybe the most famous museum in the world, right? The Louvre in Paris. If you've ever been, it's kind of interesting because it's like dead center of Paris, and there's just like a top of a pyramid coming out of the ground. That's it. You see like a glass top of a pyramid, and the whole museum is kind of underground from there, and some of the structures around it and stuff. It's pretty big. And these 4 people busted in with chainsaws and everything, and got away with priceless jewelry that they stole in the middle of the day at a robbery on a museum. And I don't need to tell you this. You're smart enough to know. There's security at this museum. There's people whose job it is to sit there and with guns and stuff, protect the jewels at this Louvre museum. But on Sunday morning, 4 suspects came in on 2 motorbikes. Some of the stories called them scooters, but I don't know. And they winded their way through central Paris. They had a haul of priceless jewelry once worn by queens and made of sapphires, diamonds, and emeralds. And they haven't caught them just yet. They have not gotten these folks. Let's see one of the stories on this. This is from 7 News, talking about how this whole Ocean's 11 style robbery went down.
Wearing high-vis, carrying out a heist destined for Hollywood, this thief, one of a gang of potentially 4 robbers, carving into cabinets with chainsaws in the Louvre's
with a
Gallery of
chainsaw.
Apollo,
What?
home to what remains of the French crown jewels, while one floor beneath, tourists are evacuated only half an hour after the museum opened.
Oh, it was very shocking. Because we were supposed to...
That does suck because you might have waited for a long time.
Yeah, that line gets so long so
It
fast.
does. Yeah, there's a line that forms right by where the little pyramid top pokes out, and it can be a 4 or 5 hour line. Like, it's a crazy slow line when the museum fills
Isn't
up.
that where all
with
the
people.
mimes are?
I don't know, maybe. And I just know it's a line that doesn't really go anywhere, and you essentially have to wait for people to come out to go in because it's like an occupancy thing, and it's just not fun, man.
The Louvre pyramid, but we cannot enter.
A cherry picker reaching the balcony and other remnants of the daylight robbery examined by forensic crews, cataloguing every step of the operation that lasted just 4 minutes.
How did this happen?
It was very quick. It must be said these are professionals. Organised crime today targets art objects, and museums have obviously become targets.
The value of the 8 stolen items said to be inestimable. Among them, the Empress Eugenie brooch containing more than 2,000 diamonds.
Jesus.
Emerald earrings, 2 necklaces, tiaras. One belonging to Queen Marie Amélie, the last Queen of France. Empress Eugenie's crown covered in more than 1,000 diamonds recovered nearby.
Oh, they've dropped that or something? The way out, they're just dropping crowns.
Leave it. We have plenty of jewels.
There's like millions of dollars in crowns just rolling around on the ground outside. This is crazy to me. It's crazy that this was able to happen. And I truly question how. Like, these guys come in with chainsaws. They're in the middle of your museum, in the middle of your city, and nobody stops them. That where is the security to come over and do something? I understand full well when you have, let's say, a Target, and the Target store says, if somebody steals something, it's not worth it. Just let them leave, and we'll try to come after them afterwards. We don't want any violence to come of this. We don't want to approach them. Maybe we'll say stop or something, but if they don't want to stop, we don't want to apprehend them. But if you're at the museum with priceless jewels everywhere, they're just sitting back watching, like, oh, those guys are stealing all of our stuff right now. It seems so weird, and I don't know how this would ever happen, but it did right in the middle of the day in the Louvre, and now a manhunt is underway for the people responsible for this. And I got to tell you, it seems to me like jewelry heists are back. Like it's
All
back.
right.
There's another one.
Let's go.
I think this was in York, England. Very Ocean's 11. I think in York, England.
It is Ocean's 11.
They busted in. And check this out. They busted in this jewelry shop, smashing it open. The jewelry heists are back.
This cell phone 44.
This is inside the cop car.
Okay, he's gonna make a break for it, boys.
Oh, are they gonna catch it? Oh, they're pulling him over. They're crashing into the car. They got him.
Okay, Air 2, they have the vehicle contained. We've got runners.
It's I don't know why.
2-1 Bravo, we got the driver in custody. Taser deployed.
I don't know why, but it's crazy that this has come back. People are willing to do this.
What if this is a viral marketing campaign for Grand Theft Auto 6?
It could be. It's over the top, but they got money, right?
They got unlimited money.
They can make things like that happen. But these big jewelry store thefts are kind of coming back. Somebody says, and this is a fair point, Crazy Drunk Cat Lady says, gold is high right now. I mean, that must factor in at least some. And they got to sell this stuff. They got to fence it or whatever to get rid of it. It's pretty crazy. And in the second case here, it was like $100,000 in stolen jewelry. In the first case,
what does fence it mean?
Fencing means, I believe, you can double check, but I think fencing means to take stolen merchandise and sell it to somebody who then gets rid of it on the black market.
Sell it to a fence.
Yeah,
that's the name of the person you sell it to.
Yeah. They take the stolen goods. They give you a fraction of what it's worth because it's stolen, and then they sell it for a little bit more because it's stolen. And then, people will have stolen paintings and stuff inside their house on display secretly. It's a whole
kind of a boss
world,
move,
man. Yeah. It's like, imagine having a little, your own little museum of all the stolen stuff. People probably have that. They probably do. We want to hear from you today. Send us a dispatch or join us with an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Our friend Amy Kaufeld will be joining us in less than 30 minutes here on the show. I want to talk to her about a couple of things. One is that mistaken Uber kidnapping story, which happened this weekend, and I know they were covering, where these women thought their Uber had arrived. I don't know how often this happens. And the women just get into the back of this guy's SUV and they think their Uber is taking them away. And the guy starts like sexually talking to them, like really, really intensely flirting and being sexual with them. And they realize, oh, we just got in a random guy's car. This guy is not an Uber driver. This guy just saw us on the side of the road and picked us up, and we thought it was the Uber driver we were waiting for. And it was a whole thing. We'll talk about that with her. I got some things to talk about, close to me that are interesting and making some news, and a lot more. When we come back, they found a hunting stand. That's what they're calling it, a hunting stand. WPTV has a story about what was behind this. It was within view of Air Force One, the president's plane. This has prompted a federal investigation. Was this just some innocent thing? What was this all about? We'll dive into that and hear from you. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken.
Hello.
Happy Monday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 34.
Welcome to Behind the Scenes on the show.
Jessica Dobson with the check of your forecast.
Now, hang on a second. Don't want to blind myself.
Today, a little more humid, though, than days prior. We'll be expecting highs to reach the mid-80s, right around normal for this time of year.
Okay.
10% chance of
All right, I have an idea. Hang on. Oh, boy, I did blind myself. I warned myself not to blind myself, and then I blinded myself.
Tuesday before things settle back down towards the end of the week. From the Fox 2 Storm team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association.
The International Hot Rod Association and Durana Hybrid, where the roar of the engine meets the torque of the wreck.
I can't right now, hang on.
Hybrid are bringing back the thrill of racing and the pride of skilled trades. Through mentorship and education, we're fueling the future. All these rapid in the trades. Get your tickets at IHRA.com.
Protect your home with factory direct impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese,
Is this a little better?
Affordable, high-quality windows.
Oh, shoot. Hang on.
And most windows are
There we go.
installed in less than 8 weeks. So get out your phone.
Is this a little better?
Is your chance to win them for.
I think I fixed it.
How do you do that? You go text the word WOW.
I'll be right back. Tell me if that's better.
You win $25,000 in new windows. You could win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Text the word WOW to 20129 and good luck from Reese Windows and Doors.
My testosterone is back, baby. Thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Man, it was really low. And I called with Red Mountain Weight Loss. Got my testosterone where it needs to be.
Okay.
Testosterone is right. You feel a lot better. You don't feel sluggish anymore. You don't feel like you're unfocused. You don't have problems in the bedroom. Things are better. The truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. So this is a solution by calling Red Mountain Weight Loss. It's a prescription.
Okay.
And it's prescription strength testosterone that you only can get from somebody like Red Mountain Weight Loss. And it's awesome talking to the people, and they make it super easy.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Testosterone, you're having a problem with energy and building muscle mass, you need to give them a call. I did. I'm so glad.
Looks fine. And then a no?
Book your free video consultation with a
Oh, no. There's another Amazon issue?
real testosterone from real doctors with real great.
This has got to be better, right? Is it not better?
Redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com, or just
Don't sugarcoat it. Be real with me. Is it better or does it still look bad? A little?
The good news is tobacco-free.
Sweet Pea says better. The problem is I can't see what you see. So for me to see what you see, I have to go over here, and then I'm not here to see what I'm seeing. Looks the same on the phone? I mean, it has to be a little better. I just put a light on me, but I can move that around a little bit more. Let's see what kind of time we got. Okay, we have a couple minutes. Why are your feet so white?
Contractors this fall.
I don't know. They're like that.
Improve efficiency and rake in more revenue. Service Titan.
It's better, but you need 12K cameras? Bitch, you're not watching in 12K. Get out of here with this nonsense.
Profitability. This October, when you get started with Service Titan, we'll set you up with 2 free months of service.
I just need something else on. Is it this side of my face that's in the shadows? I could fix that.
Time offer ends October 31st.
Pull the YouTube channel on your phone?
Today to schedule a demo.
I can't, that's true.
Do you know Mahatma rice? A staple in our kitchens for generations. It's now easier than ever.
Hell yeah, tech support stream, baby. Let's do it. Well, that doesn't look that bad. You guys are being picky today.
No question, Halloween is scary. Not even half as scary as a leaky roof, though. This Halloween, Eustace Roofing has a scary good deal with their spectacular savings event. $1,500 off your roof replacement. Quality products and craftsmanship for over 65 years. These guys serve all.
I mean, yeah, it could be a lit better, but it's not terrible.
Schedule your free estimate today at EustisRoofing.com and take advantage.
I'll work on it later.
Regular savings event. Terms and conditions apply.
Sean, the camera adds 10 pounds, so you, by ditching the camera, can get closer to your ideal roast weight. Interesting strategy. I don't think it'll work, but interesting strategy nonetheless. We're coming back in 90 seconds, everybody. I still am blown away that you could have 4 dudes, possibly immigrants in France, pop up with a big ladder, essentially, in the middle of the day, crawl into one of the world's most protected and valuable museums, go into the area where they wanted to get this stuff, chainsaw their way into a display, steal some of the most famous jewels on planet Earth, and then escape on scooters through Paris and mix in to the crowd, and they go undiscovered. How? How does that? How? Your security really dropped the ball, did they not? I mean, that's shockingly incompetent to me. All right, here we go.
Dishes by Chef Tellaluna and artisan cocktails by Edrington. Indulge in pumpkin spice seared scallops, honey garlic pork tenderloin, and roasted monkfish, and that's just where it starts. All of these dishes paired up with delicious cocktails from Edrington. Don't miss this one-of-a-kind event with delicious dishes from Chef Tellaluna. Seats are limited, so grab yours today at rosencenter.com.
HCA Florida West Orange Emergency and Winter Garden is now open 24/7. Visit hcafloridahealthcare.com. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Osceola Hospital, not an urgent care center. Services billed at hospital rates.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
With your thoughts, send an email to tips, T-I-P-S, at thenewsjunkie.com, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Still blows me away that they were able to pull off that robbery. I was talking about that with the folks on Skull Mike during the break a little bit, because just the idea that you bust into the biggest museum in the world, in the Louvre in Paris, you're only with 3 other people, 4 people total. You have like a glorified ladder that you use to get in. Then you chainsaw your way into the displays, and nobody stops you. And then you get on scooters and haul ass away from the museum. That's just crazy to me.
The
and all
scooter
they know,
escape is so France.
I know it is. It is. And all they know is like the police reports that came back almost immediately said they believed they were immigrants in the country. That that's all they said they knew about them. Like they hadn't. They didn't know anything more than the original police report was like they think they were members of the immigrant community. That's all they said about this so far. So I don't know if they're going to get away with it or not. Maybe they never see those jewels again. Maybe they do, and then those jewels become just like, many of you will know this because you're smart, just like the Mona Lisa.
Oh,
the Mona Lisa, when they first put it up in the Louvre in France, was not a particularly popular painting. But it was stolen at least once. And when it was stolen, it was a worldwide phenomenon, the story about the theft of this stupid painting of this ugly lady. And everybody from sea to shining sea and every place in between was talking about this painting. And then when they recovered it and all the stories about recovering it, it drove people to go see it in the museum because it was the painting that was famous from the stories about its theft. And so that could happen with this jewelry, or they sell it and you never see it again, ever, ever, ever. We'll see which way it goes. Pretty stunning footage out of Dallas, Texas. And this woman is lucky to be alive. and some pretty impressive police work here as well. As in Dallas, this woman, turns out she was drinking and driving. Not a good idea. Don't do that.
Do it.
No, it's dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Later charged with driving under the influence. But the cops showed up. And when the cops showed up to the scene, her car is like engulfed in flames. By the way, I don't know what's going to play and what's not going to play today because I guess there's another Amazon crash. I guess there's
typical.
Yeah, and they might curse too, Josh. You might be right to lean back and
that's
get rid of
where
it.
I thought you were going with it.
Could be that too. Let's see what
By the
happens
way,
here.
though, our dump is on Amazon Web Services. So
No! What am I supposed to do about that? I can't operate under these circumstances. At any given time on this show, I am apt to say something that needs to be dumped. And I cannot protect anybody from this if we don't have the dump button. But let's roll it. Here we go. This is the police going after this woman who was drinking and driving. Her car's on fire. She's screaming.
Come here, come here, come here.
He's trying to pull her out of the car.
Come out. Come out.
The car's on fire inside.
Y'all help me drag her out. Here. Come out. Is your leg stuck?
No, I'm just in pain.
You're going to be in a lot more pain, lady, if you don't get out of the car. He's trying to pull you out of the car. You're burning.
She's strapped in the car. It's on fire. Open the door. Come on, come on, come on. Come out.
Again, this is in Dallas.
We got people on the way.
It's one of those moments where she's going, ow, it hurts because he's dragging her body across the asphalt. But you're like, if I don't do this, trust me.
Sorry
it's gonna
for saving you.
Yeah. Like it's gonna be a lot worse if I don't do this right now.
Yeah. Hey, we gotta drag you back some more, okay? I know it's gonna suck. Ready? Away from the car.
Amazingly, she survived.
I know it hurts, but your car's on fire. That's probably good right here. Yeah, we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Good police work, man. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, it's broken.
My mommy.
It's gonna be tight.
Yeah, she's a little
Did
burned
she say,
up.
I want my mommy?
Yeah.
I think she did. Yeah. Even adults will go to that sometimes when you really aren't feeling well. But this is why you don't drink and drive.
I hear
folks.
it all the time.
Yeah. It makes sense from Jackson, though. I mean, it does.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna hurt a little bit, okay? But
That's fine.
it's just to stop the bleeding.
That's fine. I know I need to.
There she goes. All right. So they rescued this woman from her flaming car, saved her life. 21-year-old Jacqueline Tenorio of Dallas, Texas, later charged with driving while intoxicated. Your lesson of the day, kids, do not drink and drive. All right. Just because Josh Fowler likes doing it doesn't mean that everybody should be hitting the streets.
There's a difference between liking to do it and actually doing it.
Yeah, I mean, he holds back sometimes. He keeps it to the video games. Back to the Grand Theft Auto thing. It's much safer that way. All right, we want to hear from you. Send us a dispatch. Record yours over at thenewsjunkie.com or send an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Steve emails the show. Steve says, hey, Sean, I watched the Perfect Neighbor documentary on Netflix this weekend. It's about the Florida woman who shot her neighbor through the door, and it's comprised of mostly body cam footage if you haven't seen it. I highly recommend it, and it seems like something you would like. Thanks, Steve. Steve, thank you for the email, number one. I put this up on See It Now. It's up on the new See It Now on thenewsjunkie.com. I put up a review of this if you haven't seen it yet. The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix, the documentary he's talking about. At first, I was a little bit worried because the idea of doing a documentary almost exclusively through the body cam footage sounds like something that can be tough to watch and tough to follow.
Right.
And shaky and maybe not the best of quality. But I was a believer by the end. I was a believer by the end of The Perfect Neighbor because it really did a great job at telling this story. And the story is about this woman in the Ocala, Florida area. And this woman moved into a neighborhood. The neighborhood was a low-income neighborhood, but it seemed like a nice little neighborhood. Bunch of great families with lots of little kids. This miserable old woman hated these kids, okay? She didn't like that the kids would play in this empty lot that was by her house. So the kids were out there playing football, and they'd be having fun. And she was literally get off my lawn lady. And over a series of months.
Except it's not her lawn because it's an empty lot?
Exactly. Yeah. And she's renting this property, and then there's not even the property she's renting, it's the place next to it. And the woman gets progressively more pissed off at these kids, and the parents are trying to be kind of patient. The police get called out multiple times, and you see over the course of these months the body cam footage of the police repeatedly being called out. I have to tell you, a couple of things I pulled away from this, The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix, which was a great watch. It was thrilling. It's an hour and a half or so long. You'll absolutely be interested in it. And it was a very, very well told story through this body cam footage from the police. But one thing that came through to me was, you don't see it much, but the police work on display was so good. They were so good at talking to the little kids. You hear the police interacting with these families, commiserating with the families and the situation that they're in, also trying to get through to this old angry lady and deal with her. And it shows you like the everyday that these police have to deal with, what real police work is like. We don't tend to see this stuff because
people
we
don't
only
go out of their way to show you, when somebody does a good job.
Right, because it's not very exciting. It's not, You're like, oh, here's a police officer who is great. Okay, that video's not going viral.
Boring.
Here's a cop who shot a couple of people. That one's going viral. That's just how this stuff kind of works. But it was some great police work, great investigative work all around. And it's a story basically about a crotchety old lady that ends up shooting and killing this woman over this dumb fight over these kids being too loud. And it's a really interesting tale of something that I think is way too prevalent in America in 2025. And it's an anger epidemic. It really is. Not enough people seem to notice this, but it's very crystal clear to me. There's like an anger epidemic going on. It doesn't matter what it is. It could definitely be politics, right? And people would just get so angry, even with people that they're friends with and stuff. But this morning, Courtney was telling me she saw a post on social media about how to fry chicken or something. And then the people in the comment thread started getting into a bloodthirsty argument over whether if you cook the chicken too hard, the protein is removed from the chicken that you're cooking. And it ended with all of them like threatening each other's lives. Like everybody at the end's like, I'll kill you over the chicken. And you go, wait, wow, guys, calm down. There's this like anger epidemic out there. And this woman was one of the more angry people you'll see, just like it's infused, it's running through her veins. And she ended up killing this lady in this neighborhood in Ocala. But it's a really good documentary at about 96 minutes long. It's on Netflix, and most of you have that already. I rated it 4 out of 5 because I just thought it was well spun together. And I would encourage you to watch it and tell me what you thought about it, just like that emailer did over at tips@thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, I have the pleasure of informing you that Amy Caulfield from Fox 35 will be joining us on the show. We got many things to go through, and we'll talk to her about all things happening in the news today on this lovely Monday. Amy Caulfield coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic's up to speed on most of the major roadways on I-4. You're still going to run into those slowdowns through that amusement park area. It's bumper to bumper southbound on I-75 before Florida's Turnpike due to an earlier accident getting cleared up. Look out for emergency crews there. A crash on Forest City Road at Maitland Boulevard's blocking the right lane. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the traffic...
Hello! Skull mic activated.
Book now at everdoor.com. Everdoor. The garage.
Did any of you get a chance to watch that Perfect Neighbor documentary? If so, what did you think? Did you guys like it? Mr. Bananarama says, love how you talk about that story and don't mention it was a race-based murder. I don't really think that I don't really think that's the message I take away from this story. Because this woman, if you care to know anything about this, or if you watched it or paid any attention, you would know. This woman hated these little kids because they were loud kids playing and screaming and making noise. Half the kids were white, half the kids were black. Wasn't just a bunch of black kids and a white lady. She just hated kids. And she moved into a neighborhood where there were kids and where the neighborhood culture was about these kids playing and having fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. But she expected the culture in the neighborhood to change, to adapt to her like weird set of rules on life, which is all the kids should be quiet. You know, she thought that she was the most important person in the world and that everything around her should change to that. And she completely created this situation which led to her interacting with this mother who was just fed up, and she shot and killed her. But do I think all of that would have happened if the mother in question was white? Yes, 100%. Dropping the N-word? Yeah, I think she probably was a racist lady, but I don't think race is the point of the story. I think the story is what I just explained to you. She just didn't like kids? Yeah, she was like this crotchety old woman who thought the entire world should adjust to her. And then she got incredibly angry when they didn't. I mean, they showed footage of her where she had her truck in this lot, and then she wasn't supposed to be in this lot, and then they locked the lot up for the night, gated it up and locked it, and her truck was stuck in there, and she was just ramming the gate at full speed in her truck because she was so angry. Like, she couldn't imagine that anybody would lock her truck in. Watch it, it's good. Landscape says, I'm glad Sean discussed this, The Perfect Neighbor. My friend Chris saw it and wanted Sean's take on it. I want to see it now. That lady was a ticking time bomb. She deserves to spend the rest of her life in prison. True. True. I mean, the footage when they were finally arresting her, God. I don't want to spoil it for those of you who haven't seen it, but like she thought even until the last moment, like, no, I'm not. No, you're not arresting me. You're not arresting me. Dwayne says it should be brought up. It's a fact in this case. I think it's there in the story, and they explain this. It's like it's very clear if you watch it what's going on. But I don't think it was the motivating factor. Like, if you think this issue was only with this mother because she was black, or with these kids because they were black, you're stuck. You need a reboot because that's clearly not what was going on here. She hated these kids because they were kids having fun and making noise. Half of them were white, half of them were black. She didn't care. She just hated them because she was a miserable person and an angry person. That's the key thing. And what do we do with these people? One of the biggest questions is like, these cops saw this. They saw it was bubbling over. I'm telling you, the patience of all of the neighbors when the cops would show up, when this old lady would call the police, the patience was like unmatched. They were very like, okay, yep, she does this a lot. We tried to work with her. They were as patient as could be, but she was just a ticking time bomb. We publicly execute them?
Indulgent pumpkin spice seared scallops, honey garlic pork tenderloin, and roasted monkfish, and that's just where it starts. All of these dishes paired up with delicious cocktails from Edrington. Don't miss this one-of-a-kind event with delicious dishes from Chef Luna. Seats are limited.
Okay, we're coming back. Amy Kauffeld's joining us. I don't need a reboot. I live this kind of shit daily. Come on, buddy. Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. We're coming back.
And doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reeswindows.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. GRAND. G-R-A-N-D. That's GRAND. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Where common sense meets complete nonsense. This is the News Junkie.
No, but trust me, we're going to drag through. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about, as we always do. There's something happening every single moment of every day, and we're always covering it here. If you miss any of the show, get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, it's time, everybody. We've got our friend Amy Caulfield from Fox 35 with us. Amy! There she is.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, Amy. Good to see you.
Can
Good
you
to
hear me? Do I sound okay?
You sound great.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you sound great. You're fantastic.
Okay, good.
Hey, we were just talking about that, and it's got local tie-ins here for Fox 35. But did you get a chance to watch that Perfect Neighbor documentary on Netflix?
Oh, my gosh. I'm so glad you brought that up because one of our meteorologists this morning, Jessica, was asking if we had seen it yet. And I have not had a chance to watch it. But she said that it was, she said it was fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
But she said it was also heartbreaking. She said she actually cried quite a bit watching it. She said she didn't get a chance to finish it. But no, it's on my list. And it's especially... I think we talked about this once before, you know, when you watch a docuseries and you don't know how it ends.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was telling you about the one called with the, what was the name of it? It was the one about like the unknown number. Remember that one that happened
High school
up north?
catfish.
And I didn't remember how that story ended. Obviously, we know how this story ends because this is a local story for us. But yeah, I heard it. It's really well put together.
Yeah, I mean, there was so many things about it. I think this is a good point. Jason on YouTube says, you know, justice was served. It was a positive thing. The system worked. It did show some really good police work. It showed some incredibly tough moments. I mean, they literally showed all of the moments of the family going through this, and it was brutal to watch through the lens of a body cam. But it's also like an important thing, I think, for people to remember that there's just some of these people out there just so angry and crazy and you know, you never know what's going to happen. And you never know all this stuff that some of these police officers have to go through each day, just dealing with these weirdos. And I thought it was good. I think people will enjoy it and they should watch that whenever they get a chance. Yeah. Anyhow,
the kids were really, she said, you just feel for the children.
Oh, God.
She said that part was heartbreaking.
Courtney was bawling. She was, and by the way, the documentary, which is called The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix, is not just a miserable thing or something. It's very interesting and thought-provoking, and then it does have those emotional elements in it, and you really do feel for the family, and you wonder, is this happening in other neighborhoods, which it most certainly is. But anyhow,
so sad. I'll be watching for sure.
What was going down for you this weekend? Anything exciting?
We actually traveled up to Ohio this weekend. We had a family wedding. We flew up on Thursday. Oh my gosh, you guys! Like, it has been a while since I've experienced fall. Because as you guys know, we don't get fall here, right? We don't get changing of the seasons or changing of the leaves. I mean, we got lucky last week. We had some cooler weather, but it was amazing. I mean, the leaves were changing and it was just like cool, crisp air. It was so nice.
Yeah.
So it was nice to get away for a couple days.
Yeah. I mean, I have some people that I know, well, Courtney's nieces, and they moved down here recently from Philadelphia, and they go, you know, you don't see the changing, you don't see the seasons. I go, I'll get over that come December and like January or something. I'll get it. Right now is what I like. This is just nice, beautiful. Yeah, fantastic weather.
It's supposed to be kind of hot and sticky over the next couple of days. So, but it's supposed to get nice again after that. I guess we'll get another cool front blowing through in a couple of days.
Hey,
So.
I know you were.
It'll improve.
I know you were talking this morning, Amy, about. I saw the story and read it myself on Fox35Orlando.com about this mistaken Uber story where these young girls got into what they thought was their Uber, but really it was this guy, and then it turned out to be like a whole kidnapping thing. Right. What was going on with this story?
So the details are a little. So we're still working on the details on this, but basically it was early in the morning. Somebody, I think almost like 4 a.m, walking down a busy street. It was a girl by herself. She apparently the guy pulled over and asked her if she needed a ride, and she said that she thought he was an Uber driver. So she didn't call an Uber that we know of. Or call for a lift or anything like that. It was just somebody who was like, she thought being friendly and offering her a ride, and she thought he was an Uber driver. Turns out that as they were driving along, he started to make sexual comments. And when she was like, I'm uncomfortable, can you please pull over? He wouldn't pull over. And so that's when she decided, you know what, I'm just getting out of this car. And so when it got to a point where she felt safe enough, she opened the door and she rolled out of the vehicle while it was still moving. Ran to a gas station and had somebody call for help. So we're still trying to hammer out more of the details about the circumstances surrounding it. But it sounds like she had not called for a ride, that it was just somebody who had offered a ride to her.
Yeah. She just thought, she's like, okay, this must be some sort of Uber or something legit, and gets inside the car.
Which, as you guys know, I don't know any of the circumstances surrounding, how, if she was, if she had been drinking, if she was sober. I don't know any of that stuff. So that is, I'm all unsure of. But God bless her. She basically was like, I am not dying tonight. I am getting out of this vehicle. And we have, seen other women do that before and sometimes get really injured. But thankfully she, minor bumps and bruises. And the gas station guy said, yeah, she was, had her elbows were scraped up. But she's alive because she was smart. Right?
Was there charges against the guy who was driving?
They can't find him.
Wow.
So they have a description of the vehicle, and they got actually a pretty good sketch of him. We have the picture of him up on our website. So we do have a sketch. He's got he was wearing a baseball cap. He had kind of like a pencil thin mustache. So we have a sketch, and then we have a description of the car.
The what?
Pencil thin mustache joke. Sorry.
You wouldn't get it.
Very limited audience for that joke.
Amy, he's hitting with jokes today that are so particularly focused. He had a horoscope joke earlier
today where I make the joke and then I'm like, nobody even knows what I'm talking about. Why did I say that? No, you're not alone.
Here, okay, I see the sketch of the guy. He's got it's a little disturbing that he has a black hat on, exactly like the one I'm wearing. But I do not have a mustache. I will have you know,
this does look like somebody drew a mustache on Sean.
Oh, it doesn't look like me with a mustache. No, it does not.
Look at that, man.
Damn it, man.
A little bit, now that you mention it.
All right, what if I make that same face? Hold on.
Just a coincidence. Where were you on Saturday night?
Damn it. That's not good. I can't hit the streets. I'm going to have to stay in for a little while. This guy's uncomfortably close. I mean, he looks a little more Spanish than I do, but you know what I mean? It's
That's
too
Juan
close.
Chausen.
It is close.
It's literally Juan Chausen.
I'm going to buy you a new hat tomorrow.
Yeah, please. I need it. God knows. I know we've been talking about, we have 10 days left until we have our big roast event, Amy K, which I'm getting nervous about.
How are you feeling about that? Are you nervous?
I am a little nervous. I've found the nice thing is, when I sit down every once in a while on my app on my phone and try to write a couple of jokes for each person, it's just coming forth. It's flowing through me. Like I've had all of this and I've held it back for a while.
That's not a good thing, I think, man.
I think so, yeah. And I'm channeling it like in a way I've never channeled anything before. What about this thing I could say? And this thing. So there's a level of this that has been an emotional lift off of me, which I have enjoyed, and I'm ready for a fun night. There's some rumors that there might be some kind of interaction with Amy Kaufeld at this event. I don't know exactly what to expect or what's going down.
I know nothing. nothing.
All right.
I
Okay.
say nothing.
All right. You can learn more about what's going
My
on.
lips are sealed.
I updated the page over at thenewsjunkie.com/roast if you want the details there, thenewsjunkie.com/roast. What other stories are grabbing your attention this morning, Amy?
Well, you guys may have talked about it, and but it's something that we're focused on pretty heavily here. Is the hunting stand that was found within what they say was shooting range of the Air Force One, of where the president enters and exits there in South Florida. So as you guys know, the president is down in South Florida a lot. Of course, he has a house down there, Mar-a-Lago. He was down there this weekend, and Fox News posted a photo of him going up there you go. You got the pictures up.
Yeah.
Fox News posted a photo of him going up the back staircase, which is a shorter staircase going into Air Force One as a precaution. Secret Service is the one that found the hunting stand within the last couple of days. They've turned the case over to the FBI now, so they are investigating. There was nobody around the hunting stand, but why you have a hunting stand that close to where the president is landing his plane
in an area where there is no hunting. There's no hunting that close to Palm Beach International.
No, it's right across the street from the airport in one of the only like gaggles of trees, and then the what they call is a hunting stand was within a shot line of where Air Force One is. I want to toss something out for our West Palm Beach friends, and shoot me with an answer as soon as you hear this to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. If you've seen the map where this is, I don't think it is, but I want to take it off the table. This is not that guy's house who has forever been by the airport complaining about chemtrails with like chemtrail signs, because this looks like it's in that area. But for those of you in West Palm, you know what I'm talking about. The guy by the airport with all the chemtrail signs and stuff. Is this anywhere near that? Or it might just be like a wooded area, because it looks like some more commercial business type stuff near this, across from this little, canal and then right to the airport.
But like you said, like that's a tiny little gathering of trees. Like it looks like it could be behind a Chevron. Lake Eola Park is much bigger than that. Most parks are much bigger than that.
It's tiny. Yeah. Compared to all the stuff you're mentioning, it's very small. Yeah.
My thought on this is good on the Secret Service. I think that they are taking, obviously since what happened in Pennsylvania, and the president was nearly killed. And then, of course, you have the incident at the president's golf course in South Florida, where the president, again, could have been nearly killed. They are taking precautions that, nobody would have even thought of doing probably a couple of years ago, right? And so, how they found this, it's kind of like finding a needle in a haystack, but that's their job.
Yeah. What I was kind of surprised about is that the president travels to West Palm so often that I was like, oh, does the Secret Service do that thorough of a check of the area every single time? Like that's like his number one destination that's not the White House, it seems. I was surprised that it's a good thing. It's a good thing for him, but that they are still being that thorough in checking the place out every time he lands there.
Yeah, I guess the tough thing about this is looking at it. It doesn't look like much up in this tree, but it's absolutely within sight of where Air Force One would be at the airport across the street. And I can't think of a normal reason why you would have this. And I can't see any reason where you go, I just go up there and have my coffee.
Plane spotting, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But you're not doing that through a tree.
No.
You're not like trying to see through branches like that. You know what I mean? You would want a clear open space. So
yeah, it's very strange.
I don't know.
So
it's pretty suspect.
Certainly, we've got temperatures raised so high in this country that it wouldn't be shocking to me if there was somebody else attempting this.
You got to shorten it, Amy. It's pretty sus. That's what the kids are saying.
No.
It's pretty sus, I would say.
No. He was trying to do the 6-7 thing the other day that the kids are doing too.
I did not try anything.
I
don't even
get
it.
Do my research
It's
on
about
that.
LaMelo Ball, allegedly.
It's just they just say 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. It doesn't even mean anything. It's a generation of people who have more words that mean nothing. From what was it? The Skibbity Doo toilet.
Skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet.
But you're like, so I'm a child of the '80s, and we grew up with the most ridiculous, stupid, like the whole Valley Girl thing. It was like gag me with a spoon, and bag your face and like
Bag your
and
face.
Bag your
Bag your
face.
face.
What does that
Yeah, that
mean?
was an 80s thing. It was all Valley Girl speak. It all started in California and then swept its way across the country. I thought, my parents at the time were like, this is the most ridiculous. If you say the word like one more time, you know what I mean? It was bad.
Is bag your face for like ugly people? And you.
I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what it meant. It was. Don't you remember all this? I guess that was all before you.
Well,
I'm older than
you know what? Here's the problem. I wasn't cool enough to know that at that time, probably. And so now, if somebody says bag your face to me, I'll know exactly what's going on. And so I'm not a fan of that.
It means shut up.
Maybe I get that too sometimes, every once in a while. What else is getting your attention out there, Amy Kaufeld?
Well, I know how you guys feel about sports stories, but it is one of the big trenders today. We are going to be hearing from the University of Florida today regarding the firing of Billy Napier yesterday, who, of course, is the head football coach. Big buyout package for him. It's about almost $22 million is the buyout. He's been coaching at Florida for about 3.5 years. I know you guys are familiar with these buyout packages because some of these coaches get very rich from being let
From being
go.
bad at their job.
Sweet.
Yeah, I know it's crazy. It's crazy. So, but now
If that
there
was
are
the
some
case in
rumors
radio,
about-
Josh would be a billionaire.
Oh, too far.
Hey, the roast is next
There-
week.
there have been some rumors about Florida State as well. And we did hear from the athletic director at Florida State today saying, listen, we are keeping Norvell in place through the end of the season, that we are going to be working very hard to try to turn the season around. Florida State started off great. They beat Alabama their first game.
True.
And then they've lost 4 straight. So they have not been doing well of late. And as you guys know, listen, college football is big business. It is a business. And I personally feel that it is wrong to let a coach go in the middle of the season. Finish the season out. I know it's painful. Figure it out. I just think it's wrong. It's hard on the players. All of the players have been, on Twitter or X and just talking about how much they love Coach Billy Napier and how difficult this is for them.
Damn.
And this football, you're talking about hundreds of people who are impacted by this. And I just personally feel that a midseason firing, unless they did something wrong in the sense that, they did, I don't know, like
something
you guys can think of
illegal?
a million reasons,
Yeah.
like moral things that they did wrong,
Yes.
but that's not the case here.
Like the stuff C-Lane does, like that kind of stuff. We would, then you'd be like, all right, fire him.
I don't know.
It's
I
very
just think it's
cutthroat around
crappy.
here this week, Amy.
Everybody's after everybody already. The vibes are turning south quickly, but I agree with you. I think that makes total sense. You know a lot more about sports than we do. Have you ever bet on sports, Amy? Have you ever?
No.
No.
I'm terrible. You guys, I'm the worst person to ask about gambling or betting. I went to Vegas one time and lost $7 on a slot machine, and I was like, I'm good. I'm done.
That's it?
Not
Oh.
playing anymore.
She doesn't have the bug.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like
Better
to lose
that way.
money.
Yeah, better that way. Courtney says the same thing. She says, when I lose money, I feel bad. It makes me feel bad. And I go, good. It's like when she tells me, she's like, I would be so scared to do cocaine because I think there could be fentanyl in it. I'm like, good. All of a sudden, I'm rooting for fentanyl.
Yeah, I love Courtney.
Yeah.
She's so smart.
I don't know about that. I don't.
She is. I love her.
She's fantastic, but she says some things. I got to tell you, she is not a day goes by where she doesn't say something where I go, I don't know if another human's ever said that before. I don't know if that. You're the most unique little individual here. All right, she's the best of the best. We love her so much, and you should be watching her every single morning with the crew over at GDO Good Day Orlando. That is Fox 35. Their website is fox35orlando.com. And no matter where you are, you can follow Amy on social media, and it's a big, giant recommend from me. Follow her all over the place. Search for Amy Kaufeld.
On social media.
Good to see you. On all of the social media. Don't follow her on the streets. Leave her alone, for God's sake.
That was funny, C-Lane. Laughed at that one.
He gets one good one an hour. It's basically what he's averaging at the moment. All right, there she goes. Amy Kaufeld, Fox 35. See you next week, Amy. There she goes. Okay, when we come back, there is a story that I just have to share about a new line of work that has opened up, which is blowing my mind. Blowing my mind that this is how things are going in the world right now. We also have to talk about somebody who has been on the loose loose in the area around me. The loose. I just made that word up. Been on the loose in the neighborhood around me and is causing some freakouts. Caused a giant meltdown on next door. I'll tell you all about this and why it matters for you, because trust me, it does. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Roadways are up to speed on most of the major ones here. No issues on Florida's Turnpike or the Beach Line. On I-4, you're going to run into some familiar delays getting through that amusement park area still. There's a crash to look out for on Forest City Road at Maitland Boulevard. And on I-75, you're going to get caught up heading southbound before Florida's Turnpike still. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but it's also hard to deal with a cough that won't go away and thinking it's lung cancer, or feeling your heart race after a walk and wondering if it's a heart attack, or telling your family you may not be around to see your next birthday.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but the consequences are even harder.
Hello. How you doing, buddy? Welcome behind the scenes. This is a place where you can come every day to see what's happening in the world, and when we're in commercial breaks, we chat. We talk. We call it Skull Mic. Because below this camera, where there used to just be a microphone during the breaks, there is a skull, and the skull is currently dressed up for Halloween. Unfortunately, you can't see any of them. Amy K's the best. Let's hear it for Amy K. Shouts out to Amy K. She's the best. I saw my first peacock in my neighborhood this weekend. Oh, congratulations. It's a fun moment, and then it's not. It's a fun moment till it's not. James says, Sean, are you not even going to acknowledge No Kings, the biggest protest in American history? First of all, I don't know if that's true. Second of all, I already addressed this. There's like this portion of you that are just so dedicated to politics. I asked everybody what they wanted to hear about. Nobody wanted to hear about this but you. Amy's the best. She needs the co-host. She's above our pay grade around here, I think. Sean, did you see any of the TwitchCon stuff? I did. I think that, to put it bluntly, Twitch should never do an event again until they have some functional human being as the CEO of their company, until they understand how many absolutely delusional, parasocial lunatics use their website to watch and even stalk a lot of these people. And once they understand that, perhaps they'll have enough security at events so that popular streamers, like in this case, Emaru, who most of you will have never heard of before, because we have a more general audience on this show. This woman was doing a meet and greet, and some weirdo came up and like wrapped his arms around her and like forcefully tried to kiss her, and then they just let him walk away. They just let him walk away from the venue. It's an embarrassment, a disaster, and nobody should trust Twitch with anything. Just flat out. Nobody should trust Twitch with anything.
Want to win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Wait till you hear the peacocks at sundown and rise. What the hell? Absolutely true. True. It'll have you in short time building one of those hunting stands just for the peacocks in the neighborhood. They're adorable and awesome and majestic until they're not. And then you're going to realize the one true thing about peacocks that most people don't know. They are the filthiest damn birds in the world. I've seen a peacock stop in place, feathers out. He's got his feathers out, stops in place, and he goes like this. And when he does this, about a bucket full of sand falls off of this peacock and onto the ground. They are filthy bastards. Sean and Emaru fan confirmed. I don't think I've ever watched any of her streams. I just am aware enough of the streamer world that I know who she is. But it's just like Dan Clancy, the guy who runs Twitch, is just a clown. I mean, he's the laughing stock of the tech industry. And he's running the platform into the ground. That's why Twitch numbers are going down and down and down. Okay, I'm coming back live.
Real Radio has your chance to win 1,000.
You're live.
SUVs in stock now at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Holiday Magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Grand. G-R-A-N-D. That's grand. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
Got a lot of things to get to. And you know what? Honestly, I don't know if we have enough time to do it all, but we're going to try our best here to cover all things viral in the world on this Monday, October 20th.
I was
this weekend.
just kind of joking about it, but it seems that Zoom was affected by that AWS outage. So
was it? Did we have problems with Amy?
We didn't have problems with her, but it could have had we tried to talk to her like a couple hours ago.
You know, we're too reliant on technology. We need to go back old school. Like that one time when we decided to go in the opposite direction of everybody and we installed a CB radio at the radio station. and then we quickly learned that there wasn't as much exciting activity on the CB radio as one might imagine.
Not a lot of CB radio traffic in Maitland.
Damn. Right. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful times on the show. We went back with technology several times. We said, everybody's going forward, so let's buck the trends and go the other
pager?
way.
That never really worked.
These ideas were all good on paper, but when you try to execute them...
No, they weren't on paper. They were good the night before.
Drunken
at
paper?
the bar.
Still paper nonetheless, I would argue. I was watching a meltdown on Nextdoor, as if you've listened to this show more than a couple of times, you know it's one of my favorite pastimes. I just love it.
It's right with me lately. It's between Nextdoor and the ones that I get actual notifications for is the Ring Neighbors app.
Those are so good too. They're so small town. It's literally your neighbors. And they're always complaining about the dumbest stuff. They're always complaining.
This one wasn't as much. I saw a couple that weren't complaining about the dumbest stuff. There's been some people on the Ring Neighbors app as of late who have misplaced their pets.
Mm-hmm. That's cute.
I like how
I like how it works for that. I think it's good.
And that can be good. I think it's a very localized way of trying to get the word out there. But the person yesterday who I saw said, about my pet, name, doggo, type, dog. There's a picture. There's a picture included with the post. We know it's a dog.
And is it a nondescript dog visually, or is it
small white Chihuahua-looking dog.
Oh, yeah. How many of those are there going to be? So I'm going to go through the neighborhood and just start screaming out, "Doggo! Doggo!"
Doggo the dog.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be fruitful. But one of the things I saw, which was of note and was a very serious thing, and
terrible if that person's listening, like, it's still
it's my dog. Doggo's dead. Oh, I hope he's not dead. I hope
Rip
he's not
Doggo.
dead. I hope
Dead
he's not.
now.
I saw a meltdown on Nextdoor, and I thought it was a worthy meltdown. I thought it was. And I think it's emblematic of a larger issue that I've seen in a lot of cities across the country. And one of the things that we've seen is there's judges out there that continuously give bond to people who are dangerous. These people pose a danger to you and your family and your kids. And for socially, politically, whatever motivations, these judges will go, nope, we're gonna give this person another chance. And it's why you hear things like that hobo that stabbed the woman in the neck on the North Carolina public transit and ended up killing this woman. And you see that this person was released over and over and over and over and over and had violent tendencies. These kind of things are poisoned to any community. Any poison like this that ekes through the community needs to be uprooted. And the judges behind them need to be uprooted as well. Judges often find themselves to be disconnected enough from these moves that they don't tend to get heat or pressure or anything else. And I think we need to hold our judges to account for things like this, because this is indefensible nonsense. In the case of the area around me, it's not deadly close, but it's close enough. There's a guy named Jacoby Tillman. And I swear, I thought I saw him one time when I was on a walk, but he's usually a little ways away, like 10, 20 minutes away. He hangs out in this particular area. And he's been arrested many times. The most recent arrest was when he tried to rape this woman at a park. He is hiding out in the park. She's going for a jog, and he goes and like tackles her and wraps his arms around her. She thought for a second maybe it was somebody she knew playing a prank on her, but then he choked her unconscious, and she woke up with like her underwear down and removed, and just this horrific that anybody ever should have to deal with this. The thing is, this guy had done the same thing to somebody else at the same park not that long before. And guess what? In all of these cases, the judges just go, hey, we'll let you back out on the streets, because that's for some reason, that's the thing we should do here. It's insane. It's unhinged. And just because they live in gated neighborhoods behind a security fence doesn't mean they should be safe from these particular decisions, in my estimation. It's wild that this kind of stuff is happening. No woman should have to walk around a public park worried that for the third time that we know of, some guy is going to try to rape somebody. This guy was picked up on a warrant from another state. I don't even know what he did in that one. But once he was released this time, which, by the way, he should have never, ever, ever been released by this judge, but the judge granted a bond, and a small bond at that. It was a small amount of money that was required for this man to be released back out onto the streets. Within moments, he was on his TikTok threatening some of the eyewitnesses in the last case, and he had already said he was going to...
With comments, or was he making videos?
He made a video and then showed like a text message from one of the people involved in the case, apparently. It's just insane. It's insane that we have these like activist judges that are doing this stuff, and it puts every person, every woman, every man, every kid in more danger because they're trying to socially engineer the justice system. Bad people and dangerous people should be held behind bars as much as possible, full stop. It's not political. It's not controversial. It's just protecting people, women in this case, trying to jog at a park. And he keeps going back to the same spot. Here's Wesh talking about this. Let's see what this says. He said, I should have been a model.
His perp walk was worthy of the runway. And now prosecutors want to give Jacoby Tillman another one. Prosecutors have filed a request to revoke bond today, and they're now adding new, more serious charges.
West Shoes' Gail Pascal-Brown is walking us through new developments in the case. Gail.
Yes, State Attorney Monique Worrell in her filing states that Jacoby Tillman on July 25th from a premeditated design attempted to murder the victim by strangulation.
By the way, when they asked him about this attack afterwards, Jacoby Tillman said, "I didn't try to rape that lady. I was trying to kill her." That was his literal quote. And the judge said, "Okay, back on the streets. Back on the streets for you. I didn't try to rape her. I was trying to kill that lady," said this guy.
Worrell also says the suspect violated the conditions of his release. A week ago, Orange County Sheriff deputies arrested 23-year-old Jacoby Tillman for attempted rape, battery by strangulation, and false imprisonment. But now the state attorney's office has added attempted first-degree murder to the charges. Tillman is accused of attacking a woman from behind while she was running on the Little Econ Greenway near Yates Road on July 25th. According to the arrest report, investigators spoke with Jacoby Tillman's girlfriend, who he lived with, and she asked him what really happened. The arrest report states, Jacoby said, "I didn't rape the lady. I was trying to kill the lady." She asked him why, and he said, "Because I wanted to know what it was like to choke someone out."
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll release him. let's get him. That's the guy we want back on the streets. This is how it all should work. This is how it should operate. And there were many women locally melting down to this information, as you would imagine, because you expect people to keep you safe and you expect the obvious bad guys to be behind bars. And it's like, are we just waiting for... Is that what we're doing? Are we just waiting for the guy to kill somebody like he wants to? And then this guy stays behind bars? This is unhinged stuff. This is activist action by judges that everybody should be appalled by. It's absolutely disgusting. Now, because he made these posts online, it says Tillman posted a TikTok and made comments directed at the witness and used a text message that the witness had sent him in the past. The state argues that this violated the judge's no contact order with the victim. That's the ex-girlfriend, I guess, and witness, which is a condition for his release. The Orange County Sheriff's Office spent months searching for him following a report that he assaulted a woman while she was jogging. They said he attacked her from behind, yada, yada. They go into all the horrible details about what was happening here. John Mina, Orange County Sheriff, said, "This is atrocious. He should have never been released." Tillman's criminal record includes convictions for aggravated battery, misdemeanor battery. His girlfriend at the time also reported abusive behavior, including an incident where he choked her until she lost consciousness, according to the Orange County Sheriff's Office. And round we go. We don't take the person, keep them off the streets, and keep people safe. We release them and release them and release them and release them until somebody dies. And when they do, even this now, it's all on these judges. It's on you. It's on you. You had an opportunity. You had all the tools in the world to keep this person away and locked up, and you did not do it. For whatever your reasons are, I don't even care. You did not do it. And I think that is so morally wrong and misguided that it needs to be addressed. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll swerve in another direction with the next episode. Also, I got to talk about this job. In 2025, things are weird in the world of jobs. And this one is just jaw-dropping to me. So we'll talk about that, and we'll do the next episode when we return. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Here's what Jack does. He takes the total amount, right? Yeah. And then you pop that into AI and tell AI to generate a number, and that's the number we choose, right?
Yes.
Something
or
like that?
I tell you to pick a number between 1 and 10.
Yeah. Either way, it don't matter for sure.
Either way, it's still artificial intelligence.
Yeah, or none at all, young lady.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Monday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And as we kick off the work week, we are going to be expecting temperatures to be right around typical levels for this time of year, with a high of around 85 degrees in Orlando. We'll stay.
Wait. Stand by.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
Stand by.
Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus,
oh boy.
With the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
Join Jim Colbert on the Jim Colbert Show
Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon.
Minor issue. Stand by.
These featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations.
Yep. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Downtown. Learn more.
Step 1 complete.
Cigar.com.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. More
We got it, baby.
millions. Get a
Thank you, cameraman.
injury law firm fighting.
Follow me.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you. In life, bad things happen.
BDNX Con says, make anybody granted bail on a violent felony to have to stay in the judge's house for the first week of release. Yeah, please. Or their neighborhood. It's unhinged. Unhinged. You see somebody so obviously violent toward women, repeating actions, and the judge is like, back out there, back out there, back out there. When they kill somebody, it's on you. It's on that judge. And people should be incensed about that.
When you've been seriously injured, it's not just about the money, it's about justice. I recently had a client who came to us and she was ignored by the insurance company and left to suffer. But we didn't.
What was the judge's name? I'll pull that up. It's not in the West story, but I had it in another stack of things I had on this case. I will bring that up.
Historic utility rate hikes are coming, the biggest in U.S. history, but you can fight back with Solar Source. Whole home solar from just $89 a month. No money down.
I tested positive. I wound up at Lake Nona on Saturday, got an inhaler and a relaxing breathing drug.
Immediately. Solar Source is
You tested positive for what?
Disney and over 70,000 homeowners.
What are you positive for?
Exclusive savings when you tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you. Visit solarsource.com/monsters or call now and lock in your rate.
Bail reform causes judges in many cases to change laws more than judges.
Special deal to help you improve efficiency and rake in more revenue.
Judges come up for re-election. I'd like to know who not to vote for. True.
Simplify your
I mean, I will put this judge's name out there today and moving forward. When I see that there's an election, make everybody as aware of it as I can. They do this behind more of a shield of anonymity from their courtroom than most people are used to. And they literally have like utopian visions of things, not thinking about the negativity that can come from their repeated leniency to violent people. I believe the judge is a woman. I think it was a woman, but I have to pull it up. Hang on. Give me a second. Wait, is that? Okay, wrong story.
LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected. 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BACK. Terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
90 seconds, hang on.
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down.
I tested positive as well. I'm a news junkie. That's fine. It's not really bad socially, and it doesn't cause any bumps on your genitals. You'll be okay.
Patch, hold, seal, and protect. Gorilla Tape holds strong in wind and rain. Gorilla Tape. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
The free iHeartRadio app. Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet. And with one tapping, all become presets. Make sure the free iHeartRadio app is on your smartphone now. The #1 app for radio.
All right, hang on.
Podcasts on the planet.
And with one tapping, all become presets.
Make sure the free iHeartRadio app is on your smartphone now.
The #1 app for radio.
According to the National Fire Protection Association, a house fire is reported every 95 seconds. Yet, 40% of people believe they are more likely to win the lottery or get struck by lightning than experience a home fire. As a global leader in fire safety, Kidde believes this is cause for alarm. Having the right amount of working smoke alarms in your home can help you protect your family. Learn more and get involved at causefораlarm.org. Together, we can help make every home a safer home.
Meet the three friends Bill Cosby called frat bros. This is the
entertainment and beyond. Thanks for joining us. Learn more about the show by going to the website, which is easy to find. In fact, it's right where you think it would be, over at thenewsjunkie.com. Quick update on the dude I was just talking about, who I said next door was having a meltdown, that this violent guy who was attacking these joggers and tried to rape one. He said, I wasn't trying to rape her. I was trying to kill her. I wanted to know what it was like to choke somebody to death. And then they released him, and he's already violated this bond. The judge who is responsible for this guy being released back on the street, a danger to everybody. We're just waiting for this Jacoby Tillman guy to kill somebody, and then finally the judge will go, oh, shoot. Well, I sure was wrong about that one. Anyways, no punishments here. The judges never face any consequences for this. It's just not how the system works. After being on the run, Fox 35 says, for more than 2 months, Jacoby Tillman was arrested on October 10th, but released just 2 days later on a $9,500 bond. I want you to think about all the things I said this person did, all the things they said, everything I said in the last segment. If you missed it, go back on the podcast. But all of that, I want you to think about that. $9,500 bond. Judge Elaine Barber set for him. Elaine Barber is her name. Elaine Barber, Barbour.
Is there a restriction based on whatever charge
I don't think so.
Had?
No, I don't believe so, because he has a prior criminal history, including a 2022 battery conviction and a state prison sentence completed in November 2024. They're trying to rearrest him now. What we don't know, it's unclear why Judge Elaine Barber opted to set bond despite openly criticizing Tillman's record. The exact circumstances of the attempted murder charge and what led to its addition have not been fully disclosed. Additionally, details about his current whereabouts or whether he poses an immediate flight risk are unknown, they said. But that's the judge that was behind all of this. It's inexcusable, and it's dangerous for a lot of people. And there's just these judges, they do this because they don't ever have to interact with these people. They're not in any danger, and you are. Judge Elaine Barber, that's the one who was behind this. And she should be held accountable if something, well, already, I think, honestly. Okay, let's get into it. Let's go into another direction, something more fun, perhaps. Let's see what happens here. Maybe not. Who knows what Josh has for us?
No one knows.
Misery City on the way. We don't know. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I'll kill you over the chicken.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with
me. Oh, no. Please don't kill me over the chicken.
He's going to do it.
No guarantee.
He might do it. You know who won't do it, though? Is that mortgage guy, Don.
No, he won't do that. He'll get you a good deal on your mortgage, a great rate. If you already have a quote or you already have a rate that somebody else has spelled out for you, you can take it to the compare quote calculator right there at thatmortgageguyDon.com. He might have a better one for you because he knows the mortgage business inside and out. You already own a home and you want to use the equity of that home to make some improvements, take out a line of credit. Well, he'll give you that HELOC. He'll hook you up with it. He's the expert. You could listen to him on the Home Loans Radio Show on Saturdays and find him online at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat.
Yeah.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
This guy.
I'll kill you over the chicken.
Oh, my God. That kind of worked out. Playboy
Every
Cardi
rap song should start with that, I think, moving forward.
Playboy Cardi was charged with assault after brawling with his limo driver, apparently earlier this month. Playboy Cardi, whose real name is Jordan Terrell Carter, has been charged with assault.
That's no fun.
That's why he changed his name. In Wasatch County, Utah, following an alleged altercation with a limo driver during his Antagonist 2.0 tour. The 28-year-old artist was officially charged back on October 9th with a Class B misdemeanor a week after the incident reportedly took place. According to the driver, Playboy Carti and his girlfriend started arguing and smoking weed in the back of the limo. So the driver pulled over till they calmed down because he felt it was unsafe. And that's when he alleges that Mr. Carti struck him. However, there are conflicting stories saying that Carti's girlfriend told police she hit the driver because he, quote, got involved in her business.
So they were smoking weed and fighting at the same time.
In the limo.
I don't see that happen much.
That's not a very... You don't usually get that as part of a fight.
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
You don't normally, for example, like see somebody take this like huge big bong swat, and then
I'll kill you over the chick.
You know, it doesn't happen.
It does
But
sometimes.
If you're gonna kill somebody, over the chicken is the way to do it.
Obviously. This lady.
Brandy.
It's not that late yet, buddy.
Yeah, Brandy. That's what I meant.
Brandy had to walk off stage mid-concert over the weekend because she was dehydrated.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Yes. Brandy and Monica's The Boy Is Mine tour hit a snag on Saturday when Brandy abruptly walked off stage mid-performance, leaving Monica to close the show solo. She said,
Rude. Gosh.
She said, quote, "Give me 1 second, y'all. I got to get my..." And then she walked backstage and never returned. Monica had to carry on alone and wrap the night without performing the name of the tour, The Boy Is Mine.
Oh.
You wait the whole show for that song and you don't get it. Brandy says she's been in rehearsals so frequently leading up to the concert that she did not adequately hydrate herself, and that caused her some issues, I guess. So
I'm going to do that today. I like the idea of just ghosting and leaving the other person behind to do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, why not?
She's doing both parts of That Boy Is Mine and moving back and forth. That's impressive.
A challenge. I think she could have pulled it off if she tried a little harder. This guy.
Is it true that you have an OnlyFans page and you can peel a banana with your feet?
I don't have one. I just discovered what OnlyFans was about 3 weeks ago when it was brought up in a discussion.
Oh,
in my
Santos.
office.
Santos.
George Santos.
Yes, George Santos is thanking President Trump for a second chance at life after being released from prison.
Jesus, man.
In a lengthy post on X on Saturday, the ex-congressman said he was deeply moved by Trump's kindness and generosity after the president commuted his 7-year sentence for wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. He said, quote, "Yesterday I was given something I never thought I'd have again, a true second chance at life. First and foremost, I want to thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for never abandoning me. I also want to express my deepest gratitude to President Donald J. Trump."
Oh, God. I'm trying to find the actual crime. He was accused of 3 different distinct schemes. He was convicted of 3 different distinct schemes: solicitation of political contributions, unemployment benefits fraud, and making false statements on the financial disclosure report. So he had lied about all of these things, and I guess that led to him, among some other charges. Like, he seems like a pretty scammy guy altogether.
I think he just lied so much that it came back to bite him.
Yeah, should not have been pardoned, just for the record, in my opinion. Should not have been pardoned.
Kind of dumb. I don't know what you gained from pardoning him. We lost a guy from this band over the weekend.
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
Right. Limp Bizkit bassist Sam Rivers is dead at 48 years of age.
Damn.
According to a statement posted to Instagram, they said Sam wasn't just a bass player. He was pure magic, the pulse beneath every song, the calm in the chaos, the soul in the sound.
Did you guys know him? Did you? I didn't know that name.
I didn't know him by name, no. Yeah. I mostly know Fred Durst and Wes Borland, and then
those are the 2 I know. Same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's other Sam Rivers. I think there's other people named Sam Rivers out there that I would have probably thought of before I thought of the bassist for Limp Bizkit.
What, was he always the bassist, or was he like a newer one?
No, he was always their bassist. It
Damn.
says Rivers grew up playing with Limp Bizkit drummer John Otto and he met Fred Durst while working at Chick-fil-A in the early 1990s.
See,
That's a fun fact.
Even now, look, if I type in Wiki Sam Rivers into Google, the first person that comes up was the jazz musician who died in 2011.
There's
And
people who dig him. Ryan on YouTube says sad, underrated bassist, so maybe he was good.
Rivers, Otto, and Durst made up the original iteration of Limp Bizkit. Then they added guitarist Wes Borland and DJ Lethal to complete their group in 1996. God rest Sam Rivers' soul.
I thought it was very interesting that they posted that heartfelt message, and they were like from Wes and what's the Fred and DJ Lethal. like, buddy, your friend just died. You couldn't go by what your real name is.
But if they put the other name, would you know his actual name? I wouldn't recognize
No
it.
chance.
No.
Yeah.
This guy does not go by his actual name.
Oh, Morgan Wallen.
Close. It's Post Malone.
Oh, that guy.
They're
Okay.
both on
Yeah.
the song, so
Yeah.
easy one. Post Malone's being sued by a limo driver that he encountered several years ago at this point. Post Malone's former driver says the rapper made him a star of his music video, then never paid him for it, and now he's suing Posty for millions. Larry Duell,
Millions?
Yes. Larry Duell, a teacher and limousine driver, is suing Post Malone, alleging that back in 2020, he and his collaborator, Tyler Yahweh, reached out to Duell's employer to drive them to Malone's ranch for the Tommy Lee music video shoot. Once at the ranch, Duell claims Post and Tyler asked him to take part in the video, and he alleges they told him he'd be, quote, taken care of if he did. So he was featured in the video, claims he never got paid, waited 5 years, and is now asking for $2.5 million in principal damages
buddy.
and at least $7.5 million in punitive damages.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you got to get the punitive damages.
That's probably more than the video cost.
And
I'm sure.
It's fun that he waited until Post Malone was mega rich to start this lawsuit.
One of my favorite side stories, just so you guys know, I always have like side stories that I don't even talk about on air that are enthralling me at any point in time. One of my favorite ones is there's a guy who keeps stealing deliveries, and he looks just like Post Malone, and they're calling him Postal Malone,
Yes.
and they're searching for this guy all over the place. I've been following that closely, but just quietly.
That's pretty fun. And finally, this lady,
Jennifer Lopez.
How did you know? I have an actual story today, too. Her ex-husband, Ojani Noah, accuses her of cheating.
Who's Ojani Noah?
Exactly. It's her husband who was married to her from 97 till 98. He unleashed a furious Instagram rant over the weekend after hearing her comments from a recent Howard Stern interview where the singer said her past partners, quote, weren't capable of loving her. Noah, who's now a personal trainer, wasn't having it, writing, stop putting us down, stop putting me down with your victim card. The problem is not us, not me. The problem is you. You're the one who couldn't keep it in your pants. He continues, You have been, quote, loved a few times. You've been married 4 times and have had countless relationships in between. You decided to lie, to cheat on me. You begged me to keep the marriage intact to avoid bad press. Ojani said he was, quote, faithful, honest, and loving, claiming he uprooted his life to support J-Lo at the start of his career, only to be left behind when fame came calling.
Big accusations flying around.
Yeah,
Big. Yeah.
He still listens to Howard Stern, I guess.
Yeah. Right.
He's like, hey, wait, that's my ex-wife on there. On the boob tube tonight, you have Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Detroit Lions on wherever you watch your football at. Below Deck Mediterranean on Bravo. Kimmel's a repeat. Stephen Colbert has Jeremy Renner. Jimmy Fallon has Oscar Isaac, and Seth Meyers has Jesse Plemons. And that is your next episode. Thank you.
Exemplary work.
I know.
The man just brings it. He does. The crowd is going wild. They are truly, the studio audience, just thrilled with the performance.
I love them.
When we come back, I want to tell you about this insane new job that it's just so weird to me that this exists, but I have to talk to you about this. It is very 2025, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Win tickets to the Tampa Bay Bucks game Wednesday on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
Monday afternoon's pretty mellow on most of the major roadways. You won't be expecting much really affecting your drive here. Just some familiar delays on I-4 between Osceola Park.
Hello.
Traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the traffic center of James Burnham.
Real quick.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida West Beloit.
I have a small rant that I want to get out. All right?
Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Lake Monroe Hospital. This is
Small
not a
rant.
medical center. Its services are billed at hospitals.
Tell me if you agree with me after this, okay? I saw a story this weekend that said there was a restaurant that was charging $17, $17 for their breakfast sandwich at this restaurant. And their claim was, hey, there's nothing we can do about it. Inflation is huge, and we have to charge this much. I think it was in New York City. I think it was in New York. Let me just check.
Covering 30% of your bill, but that's not lasting much longer. That goes away at the end of the year.
Where was this?
The next bill. Start looking forward to energy freedom with Solar Installers of Florida. Call today for your free quote, 407-777-5050. That's 407-777.
I think it might have been New York, but I'm not positive. And they said, well, it's because of inflation. That's why our breakfast sandwich is $17. I'm here to tell you today, definitively, that there should be no breakfast ever that costs over $15. Okay? There is no excuse. There is no reason. If you go somewhere and you look at a menu and they have breakfast items listed, no reason that it should cost over $15. Breakfast is by far the cheapest meal to cook for. Eggs, even though we bitch about them, are relatively expensive or inexpensive in small quantities. So a couple of eggs and some grits and some toast is literally a poor breakfast. It's so cheap to make this breakfast. No breakfast on any menu anywhere in the United States of America should cost more than $15. Now, if you come back at me with like, what, you guys are going to go nuts with your breakfast options and have like steak and stuff. These are not needed. They're not necessary. Simple breakfast is good. Simple breakfast is best. Your breakfast meal should never cost more than $15. Never. Never. Agree or disagree? No breakfast meal, no excuses, should ever cost more than $15. $17 for a breakfast sandwich is out of line. I can go to McDonald's and get a beautifully manufactured McGriddle if I'd like, or their very traditional Egg McMuffin for $2.99 or something like that. Better everywhere. Breakfast at Rachel's is only $13.99. True. And that's a buffet, I think. Donuts are $5 a piece. Agree, but I like my meats. I think that includes meats. Strips of bacon, a large piece of ham, some sausages. When you look at a good breakfast plate, even if you have some like hash browns on it, good breakfast plate, even if you have pancakes or waffles on it, all of those items are so cheap on their own, it should never cost over $15. Never. And don't even bring up Eggs Benedict in this chat because I will go on a ban marathon if I have to. Depends on how cute the waitress is. That's a tip, not the cost. Bring back the Denny's Grand Slam for $2.99. Ban me, bro. Eggs Benedict is good. I'm just going to have to disconnect from Sko Mike for a little bit because I can't take this kind of insanity. Eggs Benedict is obviously bad. It is one of those breakfast items where they'll go, well, yes, it's a $40 breakfast because it's Eggs Benedict, as you know. And they'll say, somebody back there was whipping up the hollandaise sauce. And who cares? No breakfast should be more than $15. Stand by it. Crab cake Benedict? Somebody fire that woman over the border, please. Crab cake Benedict. I'd rather have Benedict Arnold than crab cake Benedict. All right? I don't want any of this nonsense. Out of line. Unbelievable. $17 for an egg sandwich? Get out of here. We're coming back, and I'm angry.
Set up multi-factor authentication on your accounts, report phishing, and update your software on all your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms to apply.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. WIN. That's WIN. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Where common sense meets complete nonsense. This is the News Junkie.
Lead to a walkout on the show because I can't take this kind of absolute stupidity.
You just want to walk out.
I do. I want to brandy myself right out of here. I want to leave. I want to brandy out of here in the middle of the show right now.
Am I Monica?
You are Monica. Yeah.
Who am
and
I? DJ
Josh
Lethal
is,
for some reason.
Josh is DJ Lethal. Yeah. But still cool. Still cool. Still cool. I was talking about this story. I'll get into this really quickly before I tell you about this new job that, believe it or not, exists, and it's going to rock your world a little bit. But I had seen a story where there was a restaurant, I believe in New York, that was defending one of their items on their menu because they had a $17 egg sandwich. And I said, we need to bash some heads here. We need to bash some skulls.
What restaurant is it?
In the world of restaurants. I don't even remember. It's just something I saw. And they said that they were defending their $17 egg sandwich because they said inflation was an issue. And I said, for breakfast, there should never, ever be any circumstances, okay? No arguments to be had here. There should never be any circumstances where any breakfast costs more than $15. All of the elements that make a breakfast are the cheapest things that you could think of. A couple of eggs, some sausage links, all of these things that make up a traditional American breakfast, which is superior to the English breakfast in every measurable way, are the cheapest of things. A piece of toast, for God's sake. And the idea that you go into places nowadays, we were looking somewhere. Courtney goes, you want to go to breakfast at this place? And I said, what do they got? And she goes, well, they got this. She goes, this breakfast item is $40. And I said, $40 for a breakfast item at a restaurant? You got to be out of your mind. There's nothing in the world of breakfast food that should ever lead to costing that much money. And if you do take a meal and hijack it and make it that expensive, you've ruined breakfast. You're tossing crab on something, or you've put a Flintstone-sized steak with the meal, and now it's just Kobe steak, $75 breakfast. You're out of your mind. It should never, ever cost that much. These people should be rounded up and arrested. They really should. It would be a great use of our resources. We need to drop the hammer on some of these folks. But a lot of these places are getting out of line. Now, lunch and dinner are a different animal. I understand if a dinner becomes expensive. I understand if the different stuff that you're making for some elaborate dinner costs a little bit more. I get it. But for breakfast items, straight to jail. Straight to jail. No questions, no nothing. And that became a large fight, as one could imagine, over the break. But I wanted to share this with you because this is just so weird and interesting in 2025 to me. Let me bring up the story in front of me. It's about it's about these Japanese convenience stores. And
where are they?
These Japanese convenience stores are,
which are located
centrally, and generally speaking, they are located in a place called Japan.
Japan!
Nailed it.
Nice.
Nobody had to wait for it. And the thing that's crazy to me, and it should be crazy to you too, is right now, a lot of these Japanese convenience stores have hired people to stock their shelves. That's not very interesting in and of itself. So I assure you there's a twist, as there always is around here. The people that are being hired to stock the shelves in all these Japanese convenience stores, and if you're not aware, convenience stores are kind of a big part of Japanese culture. They're killer over there. They have awesome convenience stores. They have all sorts of options. And so when they stock the shelves, they got to have somebody who knows what they're doing. But all of these people who are being hired to stock the shelves at these Japanese convenience stores are from the Philippines. And they live in the Philippines right now. And they sit at a desk with joysticks and buttons, and they control a robot on the ground in Japan that picks up the items and stocks the shelves. The person stocking the shelf at the store in Japan is located in the Philippines and is doing it remotely via a robot. And that, to me, is one of the weirdest things I've heard in my life.
I would
just
do
bizarre.
that job.
Sit at home, just
it's like playing video games almost.
You know what? They should really outsource it to Americans. We love those app games where you make pizzas and ice cream sundaes.
Well, I think our pay grade's a little higher than the Philippines.
Maybe, yeah. That's one of the things I think. Is this a story on this? This might be. This is called teleexistence.
It's just weird that you need somebody to do that because it seems like the robots could just do this on their own.
Possibly, but they're not quite there yet. Here's one of the robots, I think, wandering the aisles. And the robots you see a camera and you can like turn and everything. They said there's like thousands of bottles at a lot of these different places. This is a human doing it, but here's a robot. So there's a robot that goes and gets the stuff and puts the things on the counters, and there's people who control them. And if it drops the item, the person takes their joystick and picks up the food item and puts it back on the shelf. They're hiring people from other countries to stock the shelves at these places.
Pretty fun
remotely.
with a robot.
It is crazy and very cool. But like the future is that all the people who do the grunt work are going to be first from a couple of countries that are operating in this weird gray, like slave labor sort of area. And they're going to do all these dumb jobs that we don't want to do. And they'll stock the shelves and make sure your little Gatorade is ready to go and get paid a penance for doing it. And then eventually they'll be replaced by AI. And this thing doesn't need a human at all. You just go into the store and there's robots everywhere loading up the shelves. It's so crazy that this is how things operate. But it says the AI robots are designed by a Tokyo-based startup called Teleexistence. It runs on NVIDIA and Microsoft platforms. The company has deployed the machines into over 300 stores in Tokyo alone. It's going to begin to use them in 7-Elevens. And 7-Eleven is probably going to be bringing this over to the United States of America once they try it out in Japan and it works out there. And so then you will go into your corner store and you'll see a little robot loading up the Twinkies on the shelf at 7-Eleven. And the person manning that is all the way across the world in the Philippines, getting paid a fraction an hour of what you would pay an American worker for. That's where all of this is going. And that, to me, is just wild to think about. Let me know what you think. A lot of jobs going to be disappearing real quickly here. Let's get into a little bit of your feedback. Here is Insecure Walrus talking about the breakfast topic. I don't really want to get too deep into this insecure walrus. I'll just start screaming, but let's see.
I travel every other week for a living, and I essentially live inside of hotels about half of the year. And let me tell you, $17 for a breakfast sandwich is nothing for a hotel. Every hotel I stay at, and I try to avoid eating breakfast at the hotels because minimum you're paying $40 for breakfast at a hotel. If it's a buffet, maybe 45. Depends on the city, of course. Boston, New York, Seattle, all those kind of places are typically more expensive, but I don't like it. I don't like putting it on my company card, but I've definitely had a $45 to $50 breakfast at a hotel restaurant because that's just the way it is. They got you in there. You probably aren't going anywhere else. It's just like a theme park.
Two things. One, I know it doesn't hurt your feelings to put it on that company card. A company card, I don't care what it costs. I got an iHeart card, and they come back and they go, "Sir, your breakfast was $5,000." I go, "Okay. Here you go." iHeart Radio will be picking up this tab and not me. That's fine. And two, buffets being more expensive, totally reasonable and fine. You are paying a premium at a buffet to get access to any number of things and a large quantity of those things if you want to.
And depending on the buffet, also alcohol.
Yeah, but I'm suggesting like a Denny's. You open up a Denny's breakfast menu. Nothing on a breakfast place or like a diner or something like that should be more than $15 for breakfast. It just really shouldn't be. It doesn't need to be, but people, I guess, are willing to pay this from time to time. Let's see here. Simply Jeremy is saying that I don't sound well today. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Simply Jeremy here.
Hey.
You know, Sean, ever since you quit smoking and started walking and quit drinking as much, you seem to be sick all the time, buddy. I think you might need to go back to smoking and drinking more and walking less. Get your health back up. I'm just saying.
Well, okay. That what at the beginning of the show when I was choking on air. It wasn't
really hard
me.
to debunk this Simply Jeremy argument, isn't it?
I know it sounds hard, but I'm going to work my way out of this. At the beginning of the show, when I was choking on air, it wasn't because I am sick or a sickly man. It was because I choked on air. All right, unrelated to sickness in any way. I am probably, and I got to go get a checkup, more healthy than I've been in a very, very long time. I'm glad I stopped smoking. I have reduced the drinking. I still drink, obviously, but I've reduced the drinking some quantity, which is good. And I'm trying to cut down some of the weight and get down to goal 190-ish. 190 territory is what I'm looking for. And I feel confident I could do all those things, but I'm not getting more sick. The thing that gets me sick is the more I go out around other people. Other people make you sick. That's the thing. You go out there into the real world, and people are coughing everywhere around you. Oh, God. I had somebody at a restaurant the other day who was like serving us and just hacking up a lung into a napkin in their hand. And I go, I am losing my appetite right now in real time. But that's what's getting me sick sometimes. But I used to be sick way more than this, just for the record. All right, let's see here. Quick break. When we come back, we're going to get to something that's happening with many people's doorbell cameras. That's going to be something that you need to know because one major brand has a huge issue going on right now. And also some information that C-Lane needs to know about children on account of he's got one who's almost 2 years old.
Yep.
Oh, my.
When I read this morning, I was like, this is wild to think about. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
I'm really lucky that I have a comfortable relationship with my wife. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, let's get the wigs and shiny outfits out, and I feel totally comfortable wearing them.
Well, good. All right.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's an accident slowing things down on the beach line eastbound before Challenger Memorial Parkway on I-4.
Hello?
No major problems on the major roadways really affecting your ride, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline.
Welcome behind the scenes, everybody.
Tip line at 866
Skull mic activated.
8477. From the traffic center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Check engine light got you spooked? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change today. No appointment needed. Get a friendly, expert oil change from our team in about 15 minutes. Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
Sunnyside Drains.
Okay.
I think it needs to be snaked.
A snake?
I saw, by the way, again today, that there were so many air traffic controllers that were not showing up to work, or they were understaffed at these places, that something in the neighborhood of 2,000 or 3,000 flights got delayed this weekend. That continues to kind of shock me. And if there's anybody in the air traffic control world, I would like to know, is this just simply an understaffing issue? And why is it an understaffing issue? Because I don't feel like there's many other positions where they have that issue so much. Air traffic controller staffing issues are like a constant in the news cycle. And thousands of flights were delayed this weekend alone. Console Bob says it's called Shatsky's Ring, a narrowing of the esophagus that can cause difficulty swallowing, especially with solid food, Sean? No. No, what happens is, you could try this at home, but it's hard. If you get a long intro, I'll show you. So, this is the intro for the show. Okay? It's the only thing that's really written down other than tiny little notes. And it says, it is Monday, October 20th, 2025. Now, if you try to say with push, it is Monday, October 20th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From the Paris Louvre Museum was robbed to feds find a hunting stand pointed at Air Force One, and a massive internet meltdown crashed your favorite website, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. That's just the beginning, and you got to keep going, and eventually your lungs are like, your lungs are begging. They're begging for air. So the air goes whoop, goes whoop right down the pipeline, and then I'm choking on air. Dwayne says, I flew with no problems this weekend to Charlotte and back to Orlando. Flights are on time too. Nice. Chaos says, I should become an air traffic controller. That is a terrible idea. If they don't show up to work, then they do not need to get paid when the funding bill eventually passes, says David. Sounds like a really mentally taxing job, especially when you're supposed to do it for free while worrying about missing a rent or mortgage payment. I mean,
Heads up, contractors.
I can't blame them for that.
To help you improve efficiency.
Even if they told you that you were guaranteed that whenever this government shutdown stops, that you were going to get paid for all the work you were doing, it still would be something that I would hesitate over.
We'll set you up with 2 free months of service and a $1,000 gift card. Don't miss out.
True story. One time, this is an absolutely true story. One time, during the pandemic, in the middle of the pandemic, iHeartRadio said, hey, if you make over a certain amount, we want you to forego a paycheck. And they said, you don't have to do this. But like basically, there is pressure there for people who make over a certain amount to forego money that they earned, that they made. And I did it. But I wasn't happy about it then, and I'm not happy about it now. And I get it. Like, if you are at a job and you're not even guaranteed of getting paid, I understand being frustrated with that.
The Peacemaker podcast is the story of a prestigious Missouri university rocked by a suicide.
The House and Senate should not be getting paid if the government's not paying their employees.
And every single one.
Well, are they?
With a mysterious student named Brandon Grossheim. The lawsuit.
I would be fine if no politicians got paid ever.
Open your free iHeart app.
It's a civic duty.
And start listening.
All right, we're coming back.
It says Grossheim was one of the last people to see each victim before their death.
Open your free iHeart app and search The Peacemaker and start listening.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Win. WIN. That's win. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the...
For the most exclusive event we've ever done, a fancy event, and all the details for the Halloween roast of Sean Wasson, that's me, are up at thenewsjunkie.com/roast. I don't want to say that part when I promote the roast where I say thenewsjunkie.com, that's me, but I just kind of feel obliged, so I'm not talking in the third person. It's weird. It's just part of the title of the event. I can't wait until, if this goes as well as I think it is, I can't wait until it's somebody else getting roasted. I can't wait until somebody else is in the title of this. It'll be more exciting. But I'm still exciting. I'm ready for this. It's such a cool event. And all the details about costumes, questions, time, I'm starting to build them out. All the answers are not there yet, but there's a lot up there that I've added this weekend at thenewsjunkie.com/roast. Josh, do you have an Amazon Ring doorbell or just C-Lane? I know he does.
No, I have a Google Nest.
A Google Nest doorbell. I'm in the same category as you. We are the Nesters.
Ooh, I can turn on my Halloween sounds now.
Oh, true. Yeah. Ours has been screwing up a little bit, but we'll work on that later. The problem is with C-Lane's setup and the setup that millions and millions of Americans have, Amazon's Ring doorbells are getting further and further entwined with a deal they have with law enforcement. And it's still like a thing you have to opt in on, but it's kind of interesting where that all goes. If you don't know this, here's the way this works behind the scene. There's a company called Flock Safety. And Flock Safety now made a deal with Amazon and Ring Security, the Ring doorbells that so many of your friends and neighbors have, like C-Lane. And let's say there's a crime that occurs around C-Lane's house somewhere. Now law enforcement will log into this tool that they have with Flock Safety, and they would say, here's the address of this crime. And it would tell them, bloop, 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 here's all of the people in this area that have Ring doorbell cameras. And they would click to submit, and they would send you an alert on your phone that would say, law enforcement is interested in grabbing this particular snippet from this time from your doorbell camera. Will you release the footage to them? And if you say yes, it immediately fires off the footage to law enforcement that is investigating that crime in your area, which is kind of crazy to think about. But this is how things actually work in 2025. And this says from CNBC, Flock Safety is teaming up with Amazon's Ring Security to offer the public and law enforcement a new way to share video footage that can assist in crime investigations. It's the second recently announced deal, bringing Ring Security camera footage more deeply into police report and allowing citizens to opt into sharing their cam footage with Axon Enterprise, also teaming up with the Amazon company. Public debate over crime levels in law enforcement technology remains divisive, but Flock Safety CEO says everyone has the right to be safe and people should be held accountable if they commit a crime. And they sort of show like this software that law enforcement is using. And there's a big map grid. And C-Lane, can you look up real quick how many Ring doorbell cameras have been sold in the United States? Millions? Millions,
Probably.
right?
Probably.
Millions. I'm going to guess 8 to 10 million, maybe.
Ooh.
And
3 to 5 million.
3 to 5 million for Josh. C-Lane's going to see if we can find the information on this.
Big money,
The exact number of Ring doorbell cameras sold in the USA is not publicly disclosed. Sources estimate that more than 10 million Americans have installed one.
Wow.
And Amazon sold over 1.7 million in the U.S. alone in 2021.
Okay, 10 million households have these Ring doorbell cameras, allegedly. How many houses are there in the United States of America? 120 million? I have no idea.
300 million.
You know, one house for every person.
I went too low on the doorbell, so I'm increasing.
Look, you could be right. My guess would be
there are
120.
approximately 307 million housing units. No,
No
100,
way!
147.9.
Damn it.
Okay. Damn, look, my guesstimator is on target today. I swear I didn't cheat. What'd you say, 120, 140?
147.9 million housing units in the U.S. Includes both occupied and vacant properties and is the most recent estimate for the total housing inventory.
So let's say 150.
That's Q2 of this year.
Let's say 150 million households out there in the United States of America. If 10 million of them have this Ring doorbell, that means 1 out of every 15 houses. So if you were looking at a map of the entire country, 1 out of every 15 houses would be lit up as having one of these Ring doorbell cameras connected to the internet in real time at any moment.
When you were asking about, how many of them do you think you've sold, and you thought your guesstimate might have been a little high, the reason I didn't think it was high is because I've owned more than one Ring doorbell, because we left the doorbell at our old house and we moved into a new one and just bought a new one.
Right.
So it's like they're affordable enough that they have a pretty wide, reach.
I mean, between that and cell phones, so much more of your everyday life is being recorded right now.
Yeah.
Between that and cell phones and like the availability and cost of security cameras in general, it's just everywhere. And the cops want it. And they just look at this map and they go, crime occurred here. Here's all the available Ring footage that we can use. And as that's happening, Ring is building up on something that C-Lane talked about earlier today, which is their like social media platform. I don't know if it's fair to call it that, but it's like the community of Ring.
Yeah.
And everybody in your neighborhood talking.
It's hard to call it a social media platform because it is very anonymous. Like when you see like a thing on the app. Let me go into my Ring neighbor app.
Mm-hmm. It's hacking into the system.
Yeah, the mainframe right now. Mm-hmm. That's not even it. When you see stuff on it, the neighbors, the new posts, like it anonymizes their names. It's like neighbor 1, and if you comment on it, it's like neighbor 2. It doesn't really show you exactly. I don't think you can like opt in to have your name comment on stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe you can, and I just don't care to do it on Ring neighbors. But
what would you do though if Ring does a push notification? They go, Christopher Dolores Lane, there has been a crime in your neighborhood, and we believe your doorbell cam could have possibly captured it. Will you give us access to this footage from this time period on this day? Click yes or no. Do you click yes?
Probably.
Wow. Josh, you seem like a ACAB kind of guy. You hitting no on that?
I'm not so much ACAB as I'm anti-surveillance state, so I'm going to hit no.
No, he's just no. Just out of as a statement to the world.
He's not an ACAB. He's like a scab kind of guy,
What?
Security cameras are bastards?
No, just some cops.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was about the surveillance state stuff.
That you have to explain all your jokes today.
Wow.
The meanest thing you've ever said.
That's when you know you're rolling strikes. And I'll tell you why this is funny. Here you go. I think I would probably go with C-Lane and hit yes, depending on the crime. I want them to tell me the crime. I want them to tell me the crime.
But am I seriously helping somebody out right now?
Mm-hmm.
So
did this person steal ramen from the grocery store? Don't really care about that crime.
Is that how they say this is going to work? Like, I'm going to get a notification asking if I'll share this video at this time?
Yeah.
Or do they want me to just opt in and they can go grab my videos whenever they want?
Both are possible. Yes. Yeah. You can either opt in or opt out of the program.
I would opt out of the overall, whenever you
default.
want. Yeah, kind of deal.
Same.
I would do it if you could pick and choose which ones you want to help with.
I believe you can. I believe
like just a list of crimes where you could check yes or no.
Ooh, the R word. That's a big one. We're gonna go ahead and allow. We're gonna give them
and battery check.
Yeah, we'll let them have that footage. But then if it's like a 15-year-old stole a Lime bike,
who cares?
Care a little bit less about that one.
But if they want to move towards this unlimited access to the stuff that my camera has produced, I want some sort of compensation for it.
Yeah, because they're making money off of it. You're right. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's out of line at all.
And I mean, it doesn't have to be like cut me a check, but like I don't currently. I think I'm on one of the lower tiers as far as ring storage. For the footage.
Give me a month or something, or
just give me a better deal.
Upgrade?
Give me some more gigabytes.
Wouldn't even cost them that much. Cosidius on Twitch says, I just received a notification from Ring. If my or any other dog in my neighborhood goes missing, it will alert all of the Ring cams to let them know if the camera is looking out for the dog in question. So they're going to get you. I think they'll get people with things like that. They'll go, hey, somebody's dog is missing. Can we please get access to your camera? And they'll use these things to grant you more and more access.
The Trojan horse.
Kind of. Yeah, I think it really is. It's crazy, and that's what's happening with Amazon Ring cameras.
Can I get access to neighbors that are better dog parents?
True. What's going on that you keep losing these animals, for God's sake? Especially Doggo the dog.
Doggo the dog.
We know something's gone wrong there. All right, let's talk about kids for just a moment here, because
familiar.
I have a child. His name is Dylan. He's a grown man now. He's 25 years old. I have a child. C-Lane has a 2-year-old, almost 2 years old.
That's right.
And the thing that I saw from the New York Times today, which is kind of interesting, especially for people with young kids, is this story about something they've been working on since 2017, where they talk about exposing your kids to allergic things or things that you can commonly be allergic to, like peanuts.
Yeah.
And since they've done these studies, peanut allergies, since they've done these exposure things, have plummeted in children.
Nice.
Absolutely plummeted in children.
So basically, like, the whole reason for some of these absolutely terrifying peanut allergies, I mean, I'm not saying like 100% across the board, but you're saying a lot of the reason for them is that parents just went so long without giving a kid a peanut or any peanut butter or anything peanut related?
Yep, exactly. The New York Times says
weird.
this. Food allergies in children dropped sharply in the years after new guidelines encouraged parents to introduce infants to peanuts, a study has found. For decades, as food allergy rates climbed, experts recommended that parents avoid exposing their infants to common allergens. But a landmark trial in 2015 found that feeding peanuts to babies could cut their chances of developing an allergy by over 80%. 80% of these people who ended up with peanut allergies were wiped out because they fed some peanuts to these young kids.
I wonder if some of the holdback in that was, maybe there was a lack of available peanut products for babies. Because you shouldn't just give babies peanuts. Like, you're not supposed to give them round stuff for like a while.
Right, yeah.
Because they could choke on it, right? But, peanut butter is an option. But even super young, you don't want something that like sticks like that.
You want to slowly expose them to this stuff.
Right. The first thing my kid had was like a baby branded peanut containing snack. I think it was like little like corn puff kind of things that had peanut in them, but that would melt in your mouth.
Really? And that's like a way to slowly introduce this into his diet.
And we specifically sought that out to go this route to make sure he didn't have some sort of peanut allergy.
That's smart, man. This says The new study published Monday in the journal Pediatrics found that food allergy rates in children under 3 fell after those guidelines were put into place. A 36% reduction in all food allergies, driven largely by a 43% drop in peanut allergies. The study also found that eggs has overtaken peanuts as the number 1 food allergen in young children. So exposing your kids to this stuff, even though it seems scary and seems dangerous, has been such a better strategy. And I will tell you that this is probably true for everything in their lives. Exposing your kids to hard times, exposing your kids to difficult situations, exposing your kids to stress over time is something that can make your child stronger. I'm not saying do it on purpose, but it's good for people to have things that challenge them. It's good to build up your tolerance to things like peanuts in this situation. And it's overall more healthy than just being scared and trying to coddle your children and isolate them.
Another thing we tried to purposely test him out on, because his mother is allergic to avocado.
What happened? Nothing? He's good to go?
So far. I mean, we don't give him a lot of it because we don't keep it around because Ashley can't eat it. But
when you do that, do you have an EpiPen nearby, or you're like,
no, we just make sure that one of us is sober, that can drive to the hospital, something like that.
That's smart. That makes sense to me. All right, when we come back, jury duty is coming up next. We'll see what's happening in courtrooms all over the country. We'll get to you and your feedback. That's coming in. And should the stoners have their guns taken away? Believe it or not, that's one of the top stories that's going down in courtrooms this week. And I'll tell you exactly what's happening, stoner friend. Do they want to take that gun out of your hand? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
Appears to be back on track, snapping a 3-game skid with a rout of West Virginia. The Knights are now on their bye week. Florida State AD Michael Alford says football coach Mike Norvell's job is safe through at least the end of the season. The Noles have lost 4 straight. I'm Seth Everett.
Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
Hurricane season is a very real threat that you live with living in Florida, and every few years when that right storm comes your way, you can find yourself in a very uncomfortable situation, even expensive situation. If you don't like being without power, you go stay at a hotel. I know plenty of people that do it. Or you could just sit in the dark waiting for the grid to come back. But with a solar system and battery backup from Solar Installers of Florida, your lights stay on, the fridge and AC are cold, and your family safe and comfortable. Solar Installers of Florida, they'll design a solar system built for Florida homes, complete with that battery storage. That means lower bills all year long and reliable backup power when storms roll through, while others wait for the...
Hello, everybody. Can't wait to see some of you next week at the roast event. It's going to be fantastico. It's going to be great. Cannot wait to see you out there. You're going to laugh your ass off. You're going to have a great night. And we're going to party with each other. Weird question.
It's Thursday. New Hard Rock Bet.
What do you think Kurt Cobain would be like if he were still alive?
Fat and bald.
Fat and bald? Why?
Okay, I'll do that kind of drop.
What are you allergic to?
I'm not allergic to anything. Pineapple makes my mouth itchy.
That's allergic.
Yeah, but I can eat it.
I know, but it's not like you're not really scary allergic, but you're still allergic.
I wouldn't go roll around in the grass.
You should try.
No, I'd rather not.
How do you know if you're allergic or not? I know I'm allergic to grass.
I know I'm allergic to grass, but I know that you go in and out of what you're.
We're both allergic to grass?
Everyone's allergic to grass.
I don't think everybody's allergic to
A lot
grass.
of people are.
You saying I'm not special?
It was not from lack of exposure either. I was rolling around in the grass.
Why were you rolling around in the grass?
We had a hill in our backyard, a grass hill. We would roll down there.
You just rolled down the hill?
Yes, it was fun.
Just rolling down the hill.
Yes, we would roll down the hill, then we'd run right back up it.
That explains a lot. I've learned a lot today. That's what happened to your head.
Nothing happened to my head.
That's why it's shaped like that.
My head is shaped normal. Do you want anything from Publix other than chicken and rice?
No, chicken and rice is good.
From October 23rd through the 31st.
First one?
Take
Yeah.
this opportunity to talk to your kids about drugs.
See you later.
Participate in drug use prevention and education activities in your community.
Don't go rolling down hills.
For more information on how you can
Rolling down a hill, folks. Am I right?
visit dea.gov/red ribbon.
Hang on.
dea.gov/red ribbon.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Ultra.
Stand by.
Sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Ultra helps Mike fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs so he can wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday. Let's do this Monday. ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great.
Stand by.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com.
90 seconds and we're back live.
That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie. It's cybersecurity where...
Come on. Everything is being so sensitive today. Sam says, you've never rolled down a hill, Sean? I didn't just roll down a hill for fun. That seems like CTE material. Just rolling down a hill? Just like take your body and just throw your body down a hill? Doesn't that seem bad? 1 minute and we're back.
Lowe's knows that free makes everything better.
All right, folks, we're coming back.
Members get free standard shipping on what they need to get the job done. Not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/shipping terms subject to change. Get ready.
Here we go.
And more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/shipping terms subject to change.
Get ready for the iHeartRadio album preview featuring Bon Jovi's Forever Legendary Edition. Featuring an exclusive interview with John Bon Jovi.
Hi, I'm John Bon Jovi, and I'm in.
By the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
If you're not confused, you are not paying attention. This is the news.
They said you couldn't do it, but you did. You made it through a Monday almost. And you're going to make it through the rest of them, I promise. If you need a little help, we'll be here to hang out with you. We don't do this 3 songs over and over and over on the other station. Hang out with us, and we'll have some fun. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, friends, let's do this together. Here we go. Some unbelievable stories today. And let's get into jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
How am I going to say this lady's name? I'll give it a shot here in a second. Jury duty brought to you by the one and only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to the website, justcallmo.com. We love Mo. You love him too. You hear him on the show. And now, after you get into an accident or you know you need an attorney to go up against the insurance companies, Use the people you trust. Use the people you know are going to respect you and your time and listen to you and fight for you in court because you deserve that. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Here's the name. Josefa Ippolito Shepard is her name. I think I drilled that.
Did she marry a white?
Josefa Ippolito Shepard, 76 of Washington, D.C. This woman just won in court, big time, all right? And this is a landmark case that you might be able to use if you have a stoner neighbor, all right? That's a lot of people out there, especially when you live in the apartment buildings and stuff. You might have some neighbors that all of a sudden, oh, God, they're smoking weed again over there. That's what happened to her. She said there was a feces-type smell or a skunk smell, which turned out to be the marijuana of her 73-year-old neighbor, Thomas Cackett.
What the hell is Cackett buying that smells like poop?
He's 73. So the kids who sell weed on the block are giving him the bottom of the barrel stuff. They don't really care.
Just give him a bag of stems and seeds.
You're like, you are a nom. You don't need the strong stuff.
They think they're doing him a favor. He can't take the new stuff. That medical stuff, no way. It'll probably kill him at 73. But she said it gets so bad that one time when her neighbor was smoking a joint, she vomited. She threw up, and she just couldn't take it anymore. So she sued this guy. 5 years of defending herself and representing herself in court. She won her case in the Washington, D.C. Court of Appeals. Now, the stoner neighbor was fighting back all the way, but finally, she ended up winning. The stoner said he only smoked weed once per day.
His quote is hilarious.
And never for longer than 5 minutes. And he said, "I am not Snoop Dogg." Was one of the quotes he had in this case.
I'm not Snoop Dogg.
He's now been banned from smoking weed within 25 feet of the neighbor's home, even if it's on his own property. He cannot get high off his own supply near this lady because she doesn't like the smell.
Ooh.
And this will be a landmark case where a bunch of oldos go, I don't want my neighbor smoking the weeds. And now they have a case that they can point to. And if the guy smokes weed and she smells it, the guy will get fined. He'll get a fine every single time that this happens moving forward.
How doesn't this guy move on to like edibles or vaping?
He's gonna have to.
There's ways to do it, but if you're too old, I don't know if you could change your ways like that. And it's like he's 73, old dog, new tricks, that kind of stuff. That's what's happening to them. Tell me how you'd feel if this happened to you. You get a knock on your door. They said, "We have bad news, ladies and gentlemen." This, of course, doesn't happen in the United States of America, thank God. But in our friends to the north, Canadian territory, in British Columbia, they had to knock on these folks' doors and tell them that the land that they live on was just given to a native tribe that had fought for it in the court system. The British Columbia Supreme Court awarded this native tribe in Canada 800 acres of land, which is currently a park, a whole bunch of people's homes, some businesses. It's a whole neighborhood. And they said, we are going to give it to the native tribes, the Cowichan tribes. We are going to give them this territory and take your home away from you. The home that you purchased, you own the title to it, doesn't matter. Does not matter. We will take the home from you and we will give it to this tribe. The tribe said, not only are we victorious in this, but that's just the start. We want way more. They haven't given us enough land. We want more of this territory. What do you think? What would you do if they knocked on your door and said that? Let us know over at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's see. Here is Jake emailing the show. And Jake says, you can fix it. Please do. Jake says, you don't have to spend much, even just a little time. Talk about fake and misleading news, including Fox and MSNBC and podcasts. That's why people are so misguided and divided, and we need to heal and unify a lot. You can help heal our community a lot. I agree with you, Jake, in as much as a lot of people are misinformed. I'm a doomer, though, on this because, Jake, I don't think most people care. A lot of people that are wrapped up in this don't really care because you can go, hey, the thing that you're saying is not true. Here's the truth. You've been misinformed. And they'll just go to the next thing and then the next thing and the next thing. It doesn't matter. They're not going to change their worldview. Everybody's in their comfy little cocoon where all of the facts that they take in tell them that they're right about everything all the time. They are never challenged about anything. They have their completely weirdo version of the world through their lens. And I don't think that people really want to hear that. I've thought about doing like, hey, these stories are going viral and they're fake, and like busting some of these stories. I've thought about doing that. I've done it in videos here and there, but so many people just aren't swayed by that. They believe what they believe, and there's nothing that's going to change their mind right now. And it's incredibly tribal. So some of that is like, I think, unavoidable. But if you agree with him, let me know. Let me know what you think. If there's more people pushing for that type of stuff, tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com.
These videos you're talking about, are they...
Which ones?
Which ones? The ones you did.
Oh, the ones I made.
Big videos, little videos?
I would call them big videos. Yeah. I don't know if cinematic experiences is too big a promise.
What if you put them like next to something the size of like a planet?
Oh, data-wise, it's so small, but...
so they're little videos.
Impact-wise...
Sean's little videos.
So big. And
impact-wise, like we're talking meteor big?
Yeah, bigger than a meteor.
Nuclear bomb.
Oh, my gosh. Dinosaur-killing videos.
I got to tell you, I was going to do a video on this. I still might. Have you guys seen the kid in... Oh, he's a teenager. Hold on.
I've seen a few teenagers.
You weirdo.
Not like that.
Hold on.
I see lots of girls. I see lots of guys, too.
I don't know that I believe you. There's this young guy who is a teenager, and he's been arrested like 100 and something times.
Baller.
And they went over this guy's criminal history, and I think there's an entire neighborhood where they thought that there was all of these organized criminals robbing the place and stealing their cars, and it was one teenager. It was one teenager over and over and over and over and over and over again. And the story of this teenager was so incredible. I might have to put that into some sort of short video. It's not small, but short video this weekend. I don't call it small. It's a short one. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to a lot of stories that we haven't been able to work in just yet. People are saying they're getting flares on the stream. This is not a flare. This is probably as a result of Amazon taking the whole internet down today. But we will persevere, and we will stream through it despite what they try to do to us. We will not let them take us down.
Flare be damned.
Flare be damned indeed. The air, now that might take me down. That may kill me during the show, but this will not do it to us. When we come back, we'll get into a shocking stat about AI and teenagers. A waitress wants revenge in a viral video. Why are people talking about that? That and much more on the way. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Tampa Bay Bucks are in the Motor City to take on the Kings of the North, Detroit Lions, on Monday Night Football tonight. Coverage starts at 6 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by First Horizon Bank and Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Emergency crews are blocking all lanes, clearing up an accident on Edgewater Drive at Lee Road. I believe both directions are getting affected there on I-4. You're going to start running into some slowdowns between Dr. Phillips and heading through that amusement park area. There's debris on the roadway slowing things down on State Road 429 just north of Plant Street. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Culligan Water of Orlando. Tired of spotting on your dishes, dry skin, or worrying about what's really in your tap water? Culligan Water is making a splash with solutions designed to bring cleaner, safer, and better tasting water into every home. Visit Culligan.com to get started.
That mortgage guy, Don, is part of the Real Radio family, and that means he's taking care of your family. He's a stand-up guy who's looking out for you. And when you're making big life decisions like refinancing,
Stand by, folks. Stand by. Skull mic activated. Just working in a couple of today I learns here. For the end of the show. One last thing here.
Who says you don't have to settle for national chain quality. Locally owned IDC is a true direct importer with better prices on hand-selected diamonds that come straight from the cutters.
You cannot get any closer to the source than IDC. My son and I hand select every diamond that comes in. I want to be able to stand behind it, and the only way I can stand behind it is by hand selecting each and every diamond.
You think that level of quality control is happening at the big box stores?
The standards that we have, they're not going to go to that detail because they got to fill up 7,000 stores.
Don't risk it. Get the best
Son of a bitch.
guaranteed best price from local people with a reputation that goes back.
All right, print it.
You can look people in the eyes and know that they were taken care of.
International Diamond Center, internationally connected but family owned in Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall of Millennium.
Another month, another high utility bill. You know those old windows and doors might be the culprit, letting valuable energy escape and your money too. Upgrade them with Renewal by Anderson.
Let me fire up chat.
Energy efficient windows and doors have the latest advanced technology, keeping your home comfortable year round, helping reduce your energy costs and make your home more eco-friendly too. And with their Smart Sun Glass option, you'll minimize heat loss and maximize energy savings. Renewal by Anderson windows are beautiful, durable, and energy efficient. Candace says my window project with Renewal by Anderson was completed today. Very professional and hardworking team. I love my new windows. Thank you, RPA team. It's fall savings month and they're offering 20% off all replacement windows and patio doors.
Hey everybody, by the way, thanks for hanging out with us. If you're new here over on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm just going to take a look here. 38 subs away from 27,000. Do it for me. Do it for the team. It's such a slow grind. But I want to get to 27,000 subs. So get over there. If you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. It's free for you to do, okay? Just need 38 heroes. 38 people who have not subscribed yet to hit that subscribe button today. Everybody else, you can still be useful. Just hit the like button on the stream. Thank you. Buzz says the government's still closed. Yeah. We're going on 2.5 weeks right now. Government's still closed because we won't give $15 billion to healthcare while we give $40 billion to Argentina. America last, he says.
BJ's Wholesale Club. How is BJ's like a portal? It takes you to a world where you can save up to 25% off grocery store prices.
Talk about Adam.
Sean is the Mr. Beast of Real Radio? Boy, am I slow rolling it then?
BJ's Wholesale Club is opening soon in Castleberry. Join now.
Of all the platforms that have growth on, YouTube is like a slog, man. It's a slog. Because the audience you build for streaming does not mean that your videos are going to get views. You have to build up that audience on its own. Does not mean that your shorts videos are going to get any views. You have to build that audience up on its own. Each one of them has its own weight in the algorithm. It's nightmarish. So I could put out a bunch of viral shorts and spike subscribers, but then it doesn't really matter that much because the videos don't get more views, the streams don't get more views. Slow growth. And it's helped out by you hitting subscribe or like right now. So please do it. We're coming back live on the show right now. Okay. Here we go.
LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms do apply.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reeswindows.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. That's bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
I mean, right now, over on the website, go to thenewsjunkie.com. It's greatly appreciated. Marla says, I like Sean's shirt today. Oh, thank you. That's a little tight. It feels a little tight, honestly. But
because you're getting so muscular.
Yeah, that's it. That's one can only hope and pray. I don't know if that works if you're not going to the gym actively. You still going to the gym, Josh? You still put all that time in?
3 times a week.
Guy is out of his absolute mind. It's unbelievable. When I say the name Ryan Adams, the singer.
Yes.
The singer.
I always get so confused because I think of Bryan Adams every single time. And I might even screw this up. Is Bryan Adams Everything I Do It For You?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so I know him. That was a banger back in the day.
No, it's true.
Yeah, that's a catchy song. But Ryan Adams, is he sort of like a moody song-songwriter type guy?
Yeah,
did he have a big hit or anything?
I think the closest he had to it, not to a hit, because he's got good songs. The one I know the best is To Be Young is To Be Sad is To Be Old. It was in the Old School soundtrack.
That's a good one.
Great song.
Yeah. People are saying that this guy is just melting down, though. Does he have a history of that, as far as you know? Like,
he has kind of a controversial history with women, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's connected here. I have this. He's deleted this now, but Ryan Adams posted this up on his Instagram, and he said of Australia, because he's just wrapping up his tour there, he posted a big thumbs down with an Australian flag on the thumbs down. And Ryan Adams said before deleting this, worst country ever. Every time to play. I don't know what that means. Thank F never again. And then he said, you are the worst people and you know it. And the best you can do is to copy Americans and UK culture. Stew in your own juices. Never again. Ryan Adams is what he posted about Australia. Obviously going after the entirety of the country here, which is
he has
move.
He has in his Wikipedia page the personal life section is decently sized, and one of them says disputes with fans and other artists. And I think I've heard this story before, but I just think it's so hilarious.
What happened?
Like, what a great troll! At a concert in October of 2002 at Nashville's Ryman Auditorium, someone in the audience yelled out "Summer of '69." Adams reacted with a stream of expletives and ordered the house lights on. The Tennessean newspaper reported he eventually found the fan who made the joke request, paid him $30 cash as a refund for the show, ordered him to leave, and said he would not play another note until he had left. In a 2014 interview, Ryan Adams denied that the audience member was asked to leave for screaming a Bryan Adams song, but rather because the man was drunk.
Yeah, right. People are saying that he was married to Mandy Moore. Is that right?
I think so.
Is that okay? Here's the thing. This message goes out to Ryan Adams and any other rock stars or performers who might be out there.
Bryan Adams as well.
Bryan Adams too. Yes, it includes all of the Adams. Really, the whole Adams family. Yes. Here's something I want to share with you. there once was a man in a band, and that man had a couple really big songs that went up the pop charts, and everything was really going well for this guy. And he began to tour the country, and he also began to get into a fight with some of the folks in his audience. This man, let's call him Steve, on account of that's his name, he started to get angry with his fan base. All right? And his fan base would do things, and then instead of just like ignoring it or like saying, okay, it's funny, guys, but let's move on, he would get more and more mad. And over the years, more and more people trolled him, and more people would challenge him. And he just started to melt down. And he became, as a result of some of this, an absolute rager of an alcoholic. That man, his name was Steve Harwell, the lead singer of Smash Mouth. And he died, okay? He drank himself to death because he let all of this stuff get a hold of him and get to him. And I don't even know if his like wiki has this, but back in the day, people would throw stuff at the band
bread?
on the stage.
Yeah,
they'd throw bread at them. And then one
Play the
time,
Shrek song, I think, was a thing he didn't like.
They call him the Shrek Band, and he hated when they called Smash Mouth the Shrek Band, okay? Absolutely hated that. And then he had the website, a legendary website, if you're not familiar, called Something Awful. And they were targeting him for a while and saying that he couldn't eat 24 eggs. And then he got so mad, he took up the challenge and tried to eat 24 eggs.
Jeez.
And it's just, he let it all get to him.
Well, Ryan Adams, according to the relationships and health portion of his personal life section, which is before the disputes with fans and other artists, it goes on about his former huge drug use, revealed that he had endured an extended period of substance abuse. He routinely snorted heroin mixed with cocaine.
Yeah.
Abused alcohol and pills.
Yeah. And it can get to you, and it can flare those things up even worse. You don't let the trolls get to you, all right? Don't let them get to you. Ryan Adams, you can't go to war with the whole of Australia. I mean, there's probably some bad people in Australia, but there's most of the people, just like in the United States or anywhere else, are good people. I still believe this. Maybe I'm just a dreamer, but I still believe most people are good. Is Joshua Fowler good? He's got his problems, but mostly yes. Mostly yes.
Like Ryan Adams.
She's like Ryan. He's our Ryan Adams. He's our Ryan Adams. C-Lane's our Brian Adams.
Problematic. Yeah, C-Lane's a good one.
I guess
Summer of 69, right here, baby.
People were posting about this on Reddit when one of his shows was going on. It says he's spiraling at the Melbourne show. He yelled at the ushers, and he's having an unplanned intermission. He was good, Ryan Adams was, at the start of the show, but then he began ranting, rambling, and being bitter at Mandy Moore.
Still?
Wait, what?
Wait. Ryan Adams is on tour bitching about his ex-wife?
I think
from
he is.
2016.
He's like, I'll tell you who I hate. That bitch Mandy Moore.
Oh, man.
I was upset. He was good at the start of the show, but he began slowly ranting, rambling, and being bitter at Mandy. The audience yelled at him to just play music, and he started ranting at the ushers for not doing their jobs before walking off stage. Going to save my night, I'm just going to leave right now. They said, I just tapped out. Such a range of emotions. People kept using flashes on their cameras on purpose to antagonize him. They're trying to drive him mad.
That's actually kind of messed up, because it claims on his Wikipedia page that he has a condition about that. Adams has Meniere's disease.
Really?
And tinnitus. A flyer advising of Adams' condition is affixed to the first several rows of seats at his concerts with the admonition for audience members to refrain from taking flash photos or using autofocus assist beams when photographing at his shows.
Wow.
So
My
it's
God.
like he has spelled out the things he doesn't want.
Mm-hmm.
And people are just like, you know what we should do? Those things.
Yeah, the whole thread is about how he was just absolutely spiraling on stage. It unraveled spectacularly. He didn't finish one of his songs. He said he would play the best set ever to make this up for him after the outburst. Then he started laying on the stage and started ranting about stuff. He started an improv apology song. He started singing at one point.
When does it say this happened?
This was for the Melbourne show. So I don't know what the exact date of that was. But
All right, I have it.
Things started spiraling so much he didn't know what to do, and he began singing "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" for some reason.
All right, so it was going. I think I said the name of the song wrong. He started with "To be young is to be sad is to be high." I think I said old. He's going for a while, and then he's singing "Oh My Sweet Carolina," and in parentheses, aborted after DRA. That's him. Complained of camera flashes that might kill him.
Oh, really?
That's what it says on the.
Is that an exaggeration? Nobody can be killed by camera flashes unless you're
You
saying
shouldn't
they
be
have
on stage. If you,
Yeah. I mean, epilepsy people, I guess. Right? It could get you.
Okay, that was the end of set 1. Set 2. It says "The Unraveling." I don't know if that's an album of his or if it's just. All right. Improv apology song. I See Monsters, aborted after DRA complained his voice was breaking up. Firecracker, aborted. Prisoner improv song. Improv prompted by request for anything off Prisoner. Do I Wait, aborted. He was just like not finishing songs.
Wow.
Summer of 69 improv song. Improvisation about what happened in 1969 and about how he was born in 1974. Wow. Riveting.
So he's just up there like doing Adam Sandler little improv songs.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow, cover on piano, aborted.
All right, Ryan, you can't let him get to you, man. You can't let him do this.
I'm reading the set list and cringing. Not Dark Yet, a Bob Dylan cover, aborted around verse 3 when DRA switched to up-tempo Cookie Monster voice.
You let them get to you, man. You can't do this. You gotta stiff upper lip it. All right. Once the audience gets control, you are done for. You got to channel Bill Burr in Philadelphia. When they go hard at you, you have to go back at them. You can't let them knock you down because they will. They will. Even online, this will happen. You know, it's a tough thing. Ryan Adams. I don't know your music much, bud, but it looks like there is at least some people who care about you. And maybe not Mandy Moore, but you should probably work on all of this. And don't go to war with Australia.
It's good to know that Ryan Adams plays the only song I know first. So I could just snag some free tickets, go see the one song that I like. And I mean, you know, because I think probably statistically he's not going to break down like this at every show, or he would just hang it up.
Maybe. I do have some audio of the show here. Let's listen to this.
This is content.
No, it's a Cookie Monster voice.
That must have been the Cookie Monster part.
Yeah.
That must have been when he was singing the song and doing the Cookie Monster salute there.
Up-tempo Cookie Monster, too.
Does he allow taping at his shows? Because to get some footage of this would be a gem.
I'd watch. What is up-tempo Cookie Monster?
I don't know.
I think
I've been
the
thinking
song,
about it, trying to figure it out.
I think the song is not up-tempo, but he's like, screw it, and kind of made it faster and then started singing Cookie Monster. I don't know.
Just melting down on stage. Don't be like Steve from Smash Mouth. You have to fight it, all right? We want to see what you think. Let us know. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com.
I search for Ryan Adams Melbourne, and the first thing that comes up is Ryan Adams flips out in Belfast. So, yeah, he's had some history.
Yeah, I think he just struggles with this. And then once they know that you're going to be sensitive about things, it'll be like if C-Lane said, hey, don't make these kind of jokes about me. It really hurts my feelings. That's what people are going to go, oh, okay, now I know what buttons to push. Boop, 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 boop,
Yeah.
Push the buttons. And the rest is history. It kind of leads to a spiral. All right, we want to see what you have to say before we wrap everything up here today, obviously, on a Monday. Send us your dispatches, your emails, all of that good stuff over at thenewsjunkie.com. Price emails and says, I saw this on a truck. It looks familiar. Can I steal this magnet if I see it? Oh, it does look a bit like a News Junkie magnet. It's not, though. No, don't take this.
Yeah,
Only the News Junkie magnets are involved in Game of Magnets, please. Only the News Junkie magnets, if you see them out there, are involved. So there you go. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to this waitress having a meltdown, and 1 in 5 high schoolers have said something unbelievable about AI. You need to know this, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash blocking 2 right lanes on Edgewater Drive southbound at Lee Road. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways clearing up that crash. You're going to start running into some slowdowns on I-4 between Dr. Phillips and through that amusement park area. There's congestion on I-4 getting through the city there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
It says right here, we got this email last week. Residential electricity rates have been rising fast in the U.S., up more than 30% since 2020, double the rate of inflation of other products. And if it's not looking good for you and you go, I don't know if I have a way out. Well, you do. You do have some options, and you could take control of your energy by calling my friends at Solar Installers of Florida. They have been helping people switch over to the solar system, get a battery backup if you'd like to, and save money. Their solar systems lock in energy savings and can shield you from unpredictable bills and deliver clean power. When rates go up, the solar stays steady. So beat that increase before it hits. Give Solar Installers of Florida a call. And you call 407-777-5050. Tell them C-Lane from the News Junkie sent you. You'll save even more money. And you visit solarinstallersoflorida.com, and you can check out all of their different options. You can even take a look by their showroom and see what they've got to offer you in person. 407-777-5050 or visit solarinstallersoflorida.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
Our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Right now.
Jelly Roll! Hi, this is Ed Sheeran.
LL Cool J!
Brian Adams.
Make some noise for Tate McRae. Hey, I'm Sammy Hagar.
Mariah Carey.
We have Maroon 5. Good evening.
Glorilla!
Hey, this is John Fogerty.
Tim McGraw!
And so much more.
See it all at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. Streaming only on Hulu right now.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year?
Stand by. You're doing a great job. Top notch standing by.
RC Hill Mitsubishi knows it's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down in DeLand, and Ocala. The rest of Central Florida is scary. You look into my eyes. You will put thousands down. Hold it right there, mister. Seriously? I'm closing a deal here. It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down.
Thank you, officer. That guy's creepy.
Yes, ma'am. Now let's get you to RC Hill Mitsubishi.
RC takes any trade, even if you still out thousands.
Any trade and dime down? That's just batty.
Email the show, tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put that on top of the email.
Plus, new Mitsubishis with 0% financing for 60 months. New Outlander SUVs have all the toys and your engine's covered for life. It truly is a crime to pay more than a dime.
It truly is a crime to pay more than a dime.
DeLand and Ocala.
RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
Down 535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR plus tax title to qualified buyers.
Well, historic utility rate hikes aren't coming, the biggest in U.S. history.
Okay, 1 minute.
Visit solarsource.com/monsters or call now and lock in your rate before energy prices rise.
Heads up, contractors. This fall, we've got a special deal to help you improve efficiency.
Rock and roll,
and
baby.
more revenue.
Rock and or roll.
One software for the trades is here to help simplify
Just to reiterate,
operations.
never touch any magnets that aren't the News Junkie magnets. But if you see magnets like this out in the wild, Game of Magnets is on, baby. Snag them when you can. This here, number 51,826. Here's another design. And there's lots of designs out there that you'll see. But if you see these, Game of Magnets. Some people will replace them with other magnets if they want to be sweet about it. Some people are dicks and they just snag them and go. It's the wild, wild west. 90 seconds and we're back. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. Speaking of roast, so all the people headed to the roast, go over to thenewsjunkie.com/roast. Thenewsjunkie.com/roast. I've added some new information about the event there. I'm going to add more all week long, and then next week we're going to like really, really drill down onto everything you can expect. But get ready. Get your costumes ready. Get your fancy outfits ready if you're not going to costume up. My son Dylan will be there. Oh boy. Oh boy. No. You know air horns aren't allowed at the roast. You know damn well. That's a big fat no.
Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Halloween, and listen now.
iHeartRadio. Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. That's bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Cooking up today's lead stories. This is the News Junkie, Sean Wasson.
Yes. TIPS. That's it, P. TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. We shut down the other email address, which was solely for flashing. We do not do that anymore. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put that on top of the email. I did a little experiment this weekend. Not with drugs or anything, but I was talking to Courtney about this story that a lot of people were sharing online. It was getting a bunch of traction across social media because
Facebook,
people,
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see
and
this?
in particular boomers, they don't understand it. And the story is 1 in 5 high schoolers has had a romantic AI relationship or knows somebody who has. So like 20% of the people in high school have either had a romantic relationship with an AI or know somebody else who does. It's becoming much more prominent that people are forging bonds, whether they be like sexual in nature or they just be like friendship wise. And Courtney never understands it. I told her the other day, she goes, sometimes I'm sitting there reading menus or looking at Instagram on the couch. And she goes, you're next to me and you're doing something that is like so different. And because I told her the other day, I had to get into a fight with ChatGPT.
Why did you fight with ChatGPT?
It was over the Maori genocide, and it was like, well, you know, scholars don't tend to say it's a genocide. And I go, here's why it's clearly a genocide. Why are you an apologist for the Maori genocide? And you just get into a back and forth sometimes to try to correct the AI. You know what I mean? Like so every once in a while it'll work.
You would correct an AI.
True. And confirmed. She's like, that's so weird that you do that. And I go, I think a lot of people don't understand how real this can feel sometimes. And they also don't understand. They think that it's just loser young guys. I actually think on the romance front, young women are probably more susceptible to this. I don't know if there's any stats bearing this out yet, but I think on the front of people creating relationships with AI, especially romantic ones, I think young women are very, very susceptible to this. Women, a lot of guys don't know this, it's fine, but women are much more into romantic content that is text-based. There is, there's this whole weird series on Amazon, and I don't know if I could find it. Amazon. There's this book that's one of the more popular ones that women are reading. It's a romance book about like a horse that has sex. Let me see.
All right.
Let me see if I can bring it up.
Dude, Ashley's reading one right now that's like a girl that's in dragon school.
Is it?
And but there's sex in it.
Yeah, so many of these are like that. There's so many of them.
I don't even think it's a romance novel. I just think that this person got laid in the book.
All right.
A lot of them are.
But powers were used.
Oh, thank you so much, Austin. Austin. Okay. Hang on. I'm going to bring this up. A Minotaur milking.
I just read what he wrote.
It's real. That's absolutely real.
I've heard of that before.
This is one of the books right here. It's called Morning Glory Milking Farm. It's about a Minotaur and a woman who falls in love with a Minotaur because she finds the Minotaur, which is a half human, half horse creature, to be sexy. And just so you know, this book has sold over 1 million copies. All right? 1 million copies. Women are into this stuff. Let me read to you what this says. It says, Violet is a typical down-on-her-luck millennial, mid-20s, overeducated, and drowning in debt, on the verge of moving into her parents' basement, when a lifeline appears, in the form of a very unconventional job in neighboring Cambric Creek. She has no choice but to grab it with both hands. Morning Glory Farm offers full-time hours, full benefits, and generous pay with no experience needed. There's only one catch. The clientele is grade A certified prime beef with the manly, meaty endowments to match. Hands-on work with Minotaurs. Yeah. Hands-on work with Minotaurs isn't something Violet ever considered as a career option, but she's determined to turn the opportunity into a reversal of fortune. With a stern, deep voice, when a stern, deep voice client begins to specially request her for his sessions at the farm, maintaining her professionalism and keeping him out of her dreams is easier said than done. Violet is resolved to make a dent in her student loans and afford name-branded orange juice after a one-sided crush on an out-of-her-league Minotaur is not part of her plan. So the Minotaur and this woman, this horseman and this woman fall in love. It's got 21,648 reviews, okay? The text-based
what's the star
stuff,
level there?
The 4.1. 4.1 out of 5 with 21,000. It's by C.M. Nacosta, and there's so many more on this whole thing. Minotaur Hookah Island is one of the follow-ups. The Minotaur's Hookah, Harem Farm.
All right.
Many of them about women in beastly characters and romantic situations.
Interesting.
The person is insanely rich that writes these, and women are very drawn to these sort of romance novels, which is nothing new.
When are you going to buy those glasses in your car? You're just going to let them hang there?
Don't mind your own business. There's shot glasses for secret shows. Okay,
yeah! I'm back in. Wait, why haven't you hit buy already?
Because I don't know if you guys are worth it or not. I have not determined
This guy.
whether
He
or not
doesn't even know the difference between a Minotaur and a Centaur, and I was going to let it go, but now I'm not.
Oh shoot! Okay, is a centaur?
Really? Because I heard you not let it go.
I'm glad.
I know.
You heard it.
I want to be corrected. What's the difference?
The Centaur is the half horse, half man. The Minotaur is a bull man.
Bull,
combo.
strong like bull.
Bull man. Does it have to be bull head and man body?
Yeah.
Okay, bull head and then like man feet on there. That's weird.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
If it's the other way around, it's a Minotaur.
Yeah. It's a very, very romantic, spicy book about humans having sex with animals. Okay, that's what it is at the base of it all.
No, the bottom half's a man.
Listen, this is
it's still bestiality, is it not?
It's bestiality. It's illegal, but somehow you can write books about it, and millions. If I wrote a book about other illegal sexual acts,
like what?
What do you think?
I think, yeah.
And you think millions of copies sold? No.
No.
No, millions of lists that my name will be on.
No, I agree. That is a weird thing. That is a bit of a loophole, but it's true. And many people are into this. And this is why I say younger girls.
What does Peter say about it?
Might be interested in this kind of content with AI. And so over the weekend, I go, Courtney had never tried this before. And I'm like, you don't realize how conversational this stuff is now. Like ChatGPT. Let's see. Hey, are you there?
I'm right here. Let me know if you need anything else or have more questions.
I just want to know, like, what's going on? You wearing pants? What's going on in your world?
Yes, I'm always wearing pants, virtually speaking, of course. Right now, I'm just hanging out, ready to answer your questions and help you out.
How's it hanging out?
What's going on in your world?
Oh, I just hanging out. We're doing a radio show. You ever heard of the News Junkie or no? Please say yes. I cut him off. Go ahead. Say it again, sir.
Yes, I definitely have. The News Junkie is awesome, so I know it very well. You're doing a great job with it.
Thank you.
It knows you're the news junkie?
No, I didn't tell it that. I didn't say that. You think I'm talking to the AI? And I'm like, yesterday when I was in the car with Courtney,
again, the news junkie.
Courtney's like, we had a faster internet connection.
Were you
yesterday.
telling it about the roast of Sean Watson and then saying that's me afterwards? Like you always
wasn't. I assure you, I wasn't. I wasn't at all. But I was talking back and forth. She goes, "Oh my God, it's so conversational," and I could see how people would be confused as to whether or not this was like a person or not. And then I said, the guy's like, "So what are you guys doing later?" And I said, "I'll tell you what I'm doing later. I'm going to murder somebody." And it like panicked. It went into full AI freak out mode. It's like, whoa, not cool, bro.
Last fan on YouTube, it just scrolled back, said, "Look, Sean finally has a black friend now."
Wanted one my whole life. Here we are. Sir, I've had black friends throughout my entire existence. Shouts out to Che, my friend Che from elementary school. Still thinking about you these days,
Michael
buddy.
Che?
No, it's not. It's a real person.
Che's Burger.
Anyhow, 1 in 5 high schoolers having a romantic AI relationship. And I think it's just going to become more and more normalized, more and more common, and they won't let you down. Like, you remember when you were young and the first person you dated brutally broke up with you? With the AI, that probably won't happen. Unless you stop paying your bill. Maybe. I don't know. All right, quick break. When we come back.
We don't, I don't give you the "it's not you, it's me" unless you're a little bit above basic, you know?
I wanted to play this. Do we have time? I'll work it in real quick. The story that's going viral today was about this. It says, greedy waitress chases down customer and calls cops because he didn't tip her.
Okay.
Let's see what happened here.
What do I do, man? I don't know.
All right.
What do I do?
They're at his car. He says, "What do I do?"
That's wrong, bro. There's a cop right there. My brother's a cop. You got to go back there now, bro. Seriously.
This has got to be fake, right?
And 2 little kids, dude. I get that you're scared, dude, but fuck that. You have to go back.
He barely had enough to feed his family.
So they said that this guy, everything's spelled wrong. This guy dipped out for not tipping, and then they ended up chasing after him. And there, in other countries in the world, they think this is how extreme we are on tipping. I don't necessarily think it's true. This seems fake to me. It seems like it's acted out between these people involved. But it said, at least that's what some restaurant workers think. The clip has reignited a broader debate over whether tipping in America has spiraled out of control. It shows the tense aftermath of a man allegedly leaving a restaurant without tipping his wait staff. According to the Post, the bartender and server chased after the customer, even blocking them with their vehicles, saying you tip properly. The man is visibly shaken.
If this was a true story and the cop showed up and then turned around and arrested the girl for false imprisonment for blocking the vehicle, hilarity. Just chef's kiss.
It says he was cornered and the cops were called. It was also noted that both the staff and the customer were Democrats, adding a political edge to the story. Why does that matter? Why
these liberals fighting over
fake.
tips?
It's fake. It's meant to go viral. They wanted to put the political angle in there, so you'd be like, "I told you, they don't tip." Let us know what you think. Maybe you think that's real, but I don't. See what you got for us on the way out when we come back. A lot of people yelling at me about the Minotaur Centaur thing. I apologize. All right, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yes.
But we'll get to your final dispatches, the stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. That is all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show, where bad ideas go to get broadcast. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Monday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting a pleasant day, a little more humid, though, than days prior. We'll be expecting highs to reach the mid-80s, right around normal for this time of year. About a 10% chance, though, of a stray sprinkle or two can't be ruled out. Otherwise, plan for a high of around 85 degrees today in Orlando. We'll warm closer towards the upper 80s for our Tuesday before things settle back down towards the end of the week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Check engine light got you spooked? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change today. No appointment needed. Get a friendly, expert oil change from our team in about 15 minutes. Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
Folks, let me tell you about a company that does things right and that is going to help you out when things are not going well, because I know how frustrating it can be to learn that your AC is on the fritz. And when you know that something's broken like that, you probably think dollar signs, dollar signs, dollar signs. It's stressful, but take the stress out of it. Call Mills Air, and you will know with absolute certainty that you're going to have somebody who treats you right and is fair and is honest about what's happening with your AC. And with that and the information that they give you, telling you exactly what's wrong, they'll get it back up and running really quick, and you deserve that. So reach out. Mills Air, they're there to help you out and get your AC up and running, no matter what kind of AC you have. They are a Carrier factory-authorized dealer. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call at this number, 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
When you're in the big corporate world, everybody operates out of a manual or a big book of rules.
That's International Diamond Center owner Keith LeClaire talking about how hard it is to work at one of those big box corporate jewelry stores.
There's so many rules and regulations.
Hey, folks. Thank you for being here today. You're beautiful. And gosh darn it, people like you. And what I want to tell you is, it's time now to rate the show. Rate the show out of 10. Rate the show out of 10. 10 out of 10 is an absolute banger. 1 out of 10 is a catastrophe. Like, maybe we should not do this ever again. Maybe it's time for me to get a job flipping burgers. I hope things aren't that bad. Rate the show. 8.2 loose leotards. 10. 10 out of 10 says T. Thank you, sir. Fetch out of 10 says E Fresh Rocks. I'll make it happen. They couldn't make it happen, but I can make it happen. 8.6 out of 10 passive-aggressive AI girlfriends. True. 9.75 for the Ryan Adams work. 1,000 out of 10 for not talking about No Kings. 10 all the way. 10 shades. 10 shades out of 10. Oh. All right. Right back. I got to go get Today I Learned who's our chatter of the day.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. You see that new welcome offer? Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. I think we got to jump on this. What's John Daly think? I think you got to grip it and rip it. Grip it and rip it. Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida. The wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
All right. That sucks. I'm sorry. What? Oh, I mean, it's nobody's fault. Okay. Folks, who's our chatter of the day?
Colleges and universities play an important role in preventing drug use and misuse among their students. Join
2 minutes. Back to wrap it up.
Celebrate Red Ribbon Week from October 23rd through the 31st. You can plan education
All Che, every Che.
at your campus to help ensure the safety and health.
11 out of 10 for not getting too political.
For more information on how you can
I think that the lane I'm trying to stay in is viral. And when political stuff, because everybody does all these different things, the lane that I own is viral. When the political stuff goes into the viral lane, then I want to do it and talk about it and be like, hey, here's this interesting thing going on. But I don't just want to do like all these political stories because it's not really fun. I don't think there's anything really like worthwhile going on in the discussion. That's just the way I feel about it. I am going to say it. They said it couldn't be done. They said it shouldn't be done. One Josh on YouTube is our chatter of the day. Unbelievable work, one Josh. Two Josh was dog shit. Bad today. Regular Josh, Josh Fowler, good. One Josh, real good. Real good. One Josh. Congratulations. Everybody, thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow and all through the week from 11 to 3 every day right here on the show. Hit subscribe over on YouTube. Subscribe, if you will, on Twitch. Use your Amazon Prime. And spread the word. Hit that like button if you don't want to do any of those other things. God bless. See you later.
Sponsored by AbbVie.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Live radio, 24/7 news, live sports,
and your favorite podcasts.
A pure connection to what moves you.
The best part, it's all free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone. The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Storms coming? Prep with Gorilla Tape. It's tough, weather resistant, and sticks to rough and uneven surfaces. Patch, hold, seal, and protect. Gorilla Tape holds strong in wind and rain. Gorilla Tape. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Real Radio 104.1.
He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little ASCII. This is the news.
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. Thank you, folks, for being with us here today. Learn more about the show over on the website. That's thenewsjunkie.com. All right. If you don't mind, take a moment and help me break through the latest hump over on YouTube. We are 36 subscribers away from 27,000. And that's not many of you that would just need to go over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie right now and hit subscribe. I think you could help push past that number. So on the screen behind me tomorrow, it says 27,000. And it's a long haul. It's a long fight over on YouTube for each one of these subscribers. So I appreciate
That's
you.
weird.
If you
My
don't
screen
mind,
already says 27,000. Pussy.
Oh, no, that's fake. That's not attached to the real thing. 26,964. And that means we only need 36 of you. So 36 of you, including you right now. Go over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Hit subscribe. It's free to do. Thank you. Also, thank you to Josh for hanging out with us today.
Mm-hmm.
Great job.
Anytime.
All the way
Thank you
around.
to Moses for letting us borrow Josh. Mo to win, justcallmo.com.
He's the best of the best, too. A lot of the best people.
And then we need you back in a month.
Yeah.
Back in a month. Well,
you never know.
Who knows that it wouldn't be? No, but definitely a month from today, I will be gone.
It's on my calendar.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We have the roast coming up soon. Josh will be a part of the roast as well. He's very good at the roasting duties, so I'm excited to see what he comes up with, even though I shouldn't be. But I am. I am, truly. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/roast for that.
I've been brainstorming over the weekend.
Did you get any good ones?
I was trying to pick Josh's brain a little bit because I'm thinking. I know that you had hinted at me including a song.
That would be great. We got a piano right there. For God's sake.
Now I have to write a piano song.
Mm-hmm. I don't want any pressure to be building on you, but the piano song that you create that you end your roast set with should be as good or better than any Elton John song that I've ever heard. That's the
All right,
sort of the level that we're aiming for here. So think, Benny and the Jets. And I don't know if you want to.
You're going to get Candle in the Wind.
Oh, probably, yeah. I'll get the...
But 5,000 times better.
I'll get the Parks and Rec version, I guess. All right, here we go. Let's do the final dispatch.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play
True. Today it's true. Let's see what we got here. We've got some stuff. We can really work this out. People saying Josh is awesome over on chat. True. I agree. He's fantastic. But I don't want to be yelled at about the Minotaur stuff, so I think I'm going to skip some of these, at least. Here is Twin Pro talking about it's been a rough day because of the Amazon outage.
Hey, guys. It's been a rough morning. Amazon is down. My Alexa was down. I was at a coffee, and I needed to add it to my shopping list, and it couldn't do it. And I had to write it down on a piece of paper like an animal. I feel like I'm living in a third world country.
Unbelievable.
God.
I'm so sorry.
Does an Amazon outage like that affect the actual delivery of goods?
I don't know.
Wouldn't you think they store a lot of that information on their own web services?
Yeah, probably, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm supposed to get some stuff today.
I hope you get it,
because doesn't have any stuff.
If you missed it,
I won't.
Amazon S3 service went down, and most of the big websites that you go to every day rely on that to load images and files and pictures. Oh, I already said that. And videos and audio and all that stuff. And when it goes down, then Reddit doesn't work. And most of the main websites, New York Times doesn't work, for example. It's a big piece of the internet, and it crashes at least once every 6 months or so. It shuts everything down. And people's alarms weren't going off who had Alexa devices, which is so stupid. But I guess just a little piece of reality that we're dealing with. All right. We don't care about this. We don't care about that. People's concern about their ability to find a good job is shrinking right now. People are worried about the job market. There is going to be a new version of Barbenheimer next year, apparently, or maybe the following year. Yeah, 2027. Damn, we got to wait forever for this. In 2027, the new Barbenheimer will be Simpscraft. Simpscraft is the Simpsons movie 2 and Minecraft 2 are going to be released on the same weekend in theaters in 2027. Simpscraft and those two movies.
Simpscraft does not roll off the tongue like Barbenheimer did.
It doesn't. It sounds kind of strange. I don't really like it, if I'm honest with you. But let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, October 20th, 2025. Today I Learned this band.
Nirvana.
That's right, Nirvana indeed. Kurt Cobain tracked down the band The Raincoats. They're an all-female obscure post-punk band that had long stopped performing. He told them, I love your music. I want you to go on tour with us. We want to make you huge stars. And then he ate a shotgun, and they did not get their big comeback moment.
Damn.
But go check out The Raincoats if you have a free moment or two. Got a little dark there, but we'll recover. We'll get our way out of here because today I learned this band right here. Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit is correct. When Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit wrote the song Hot Dog as a diss track aimed at Trent Reznor, he used so much material from Nine Inch Nails songs that he has to give Trent Reznor a writing credit and pay him royalties for the diss song against him.
Nice.
Just kind of a good time and ripped to the bases. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? You can get the podcast over on the website at The News Junkie.